Yeah.
I could be recording.
I got.
But yeah, so if you don't know what Get the Drop does, which you probably don't, because I think that is kind of the sad thing about the Clone Wars things, is that a couple of those talent trees get some really good talents that don't exist anywhere else and may not ever because they would need to actually produce content books instead of compilations, which they aren't right now. And won't be for a while because publishing is moving to Spain, so...
I assume that's not because of the actual quarantine, but...
No, that was ages ago. That was business decisions from long ago. It's just everybody is in the hobby industry is kind of fucked over by quarantine. So remember to support your local hobbies when you can. Anyway, Get the Drop is, I think it's 1 per session. You can just add successes to everybody's initiative equal to your ranks and stealth. I don't remember if you have to spend anything to do it, but it's pretty good because it's... I was just wondering if it was like, is that...
Oh, I know.
Was that a contextual thing when you said it? Because I didn't ask about it then.
No, I said it was like, I think you'd hear it because it's more of like, I basically think...
You were just talking to yourself, and then I didn't pay it any mind, and then later I was actually happy. For some other reason, I looked at the talent and I was like, wait a minute, I should probably ask him to clarify, because I don't know if that's just...
Some of these things you guys would actually be prompt to talk about things with me, because most of the time it's hard for me to like ask you about things without you guys just telling me to fuck off, so like...
Hey now.
Again, Axe, this is why we tell you to fuck off sometimes.
Well, it's true, but also it's just for rule stuff I'm open. It's just sometimes I feel like I said, you're just talking to yourself, and I'm just like, what? But no, it's like, okay, it came up to me that I was like, wait, no, hold on, I want to talk to Axe about this now because now I want to double check to make sure we're thinking on the same plane. Otherwise,
I need to get stealth free before I get it, but actually I'll probably get it.
Well, you don't. Adding successes is good in any context because. Remember, there's no difficulty dice for initiative, so it's just straight up you get 2 better. Listen, that's the thing I was going to say, is listen, just because most enemies I use don't include initiative skills because this game wants all your enemies to go last, I guess. Like, seriously, if I could get a developer of this game, the one thing I'd love to ask them is, why do you hate enemies getting initiative?
I think it's the idea that, like, usually it's you versus, like, an army of clones, or, like, an army of troopers.
But that still doesn't matter. Those guys all still suck, though. That's the thing, right? They're almost no minions have vigilance or cool. Very few rivals do. Basically, almost nobody has... Well, some social characters have cool, because that's the other weird thing. But, like, I guess maybe it's because they don't want to penalize stealthy characters, because you oppose stealth with vigilance, but it's like, wow... Everybody sucks at initiative all the time, except the player characters, which it's just... I don't know. It's just there's a real concern that it's like, well, okay, that means that the player characters are just going to... There's going to be 4 PC slots, because it's 4 to 6 PCs. That's the standard deviation of player characters. It's going to be 4 to 6 PCs, so you better have 4 to 6 enemy groups, I guess, because otherwise the PCs will literally body all of them before they even get a chance to act. Which is kind of frustrating.
It might also... I think that's kind of... That is a fair point. I think I just look at what I think about, like, Star Wars scenarios and how, like, it's meant to emulate those, like, almost like as a very hard.
I mean, it is. This game is very, very on point for emulating the films, but then that's just like, but that's not necessarily how it works because, like, if you look at, like, say, the opening of Return of the Jedi, right? That's, Luke and Han spend several minutes, while yes, absolutely destroying, bodyguard guys, there's still a lot of guys, and they're spread out enough that, like, which, again, is not really necessarily what the rules replicate, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, like I said, I'd love to just have a conversation about why nobody ever gives anybody... Like, that's something that I definitely do all the time as an adversary designer, because as GM, I'm tired of coming up with enemies that it only makes sense where there's 1 or 2, and then they get taken out immediately.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we
have been rolling for like 5 minutes, so really quickly I will say this episode is brought to you by our patrons, Aga Comics, Blacklist G, Qua, Jeremy Vasquez, Kylie Denton, Nestor Flores, Rogue Robin, Shawnee P, some guy named Bob, Sodason0424, and Video Gamer 75. If you like what we do and want to see us do more, consider supporting us on Patreon. You get access to episodes early and lots of other goodies, and however that usually ends. Thank you for your support, I guess.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you had a can click.
I did. Like, I just woke up, like, not even 2 hours ago.
That's fair. I also grossly overslept today. I've only been awake for, like...
I was up really late because I kept reading Kaguya-sama. And
4 hours?
That's a solid read, my dude.
I
It was.
am
I
an
just, like-
alive boy. I was thinking about Final Fantasy stuff.
I got like 2 projects to finish.
Oh yeah.
Because I
Technically,
actually I don't know, Lucky, if you've been asleep. I don't know if you saw my tweet, which was just like, no pianos, no.
Wait, what?
No, I haven't. Oh,
Well,
probably
so
talking about Ares theme.
last night I literally paused to do the show at the end of chapter 7, and then after the show I started chapter 8, which is it's flowers in the church, but we don't use that until you get out of the church. They just immediately start slamming the piano.
What the hell house?
It's like Ares theme, go, and you're like, no.
And he even plays it during the loading screens. It's just like bung bung bung. I'm like, God damn
I
you!
don't think we-
Damn
I don't
your
think we should
eyes.
Talk about it, but that game has some things to it.
Yeah, no shit.
Not quite the same, but I ended up staying late playing Neo 2. Good lord.
But yeah, I was just thinking. I do also really like, though, I posted it last night. They really used Under the Rotting Pizza very well. I'll just have to come up with
Anyway.
some good shots. Anyway, we rolled Destiny. It's 2-3 right now. No time has passed, so you don't heal any wounds or strain. So, however that's going for you.
Right.
I could
Still-
reroll duty, I guess, but I don't think it matters.
Yeah. Man. Yeah. Still the same day.
Mhm.
So where we last left off, you were at a place I called the
Green.
No, that's overall. I meant specifically because you're in the middle of a thing. It's a thing
Alright.
now. You
I
just got through
believe
the web.
We're on leg 4?
You just got through the web, and you were taking a break at tiered pools before going on to the next one.
Right, so
Yeah.
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 Cool.
We got about like halfway, as you said.
We had like half things to go on the top.
We are currently racing some Transdoshans, and there's a Twi'lek Tomb Raider ?
Nope, not
That was-
Twi'lek.
That was
No,
the
not-
You
pale
don't know what
Twi'lek.
race she is. You
Yeah,
know
we
she's
only
blue.
know-
No, that's right. That's right. She's blue. Yeah.
blue
You say
skin.
blue. For some odd reason, I just immediately thought Mission Vow for some odd reason.
I just
Twi'lek-
thought.
I don't know why
they
you
wanna
assume
push
that.
it because I didn't know.
I don't know.
Because there's like 4 or 5 different blues.
Again, it's hard to know.
Well, you could ask questions. I've been thinking about this. This is a problem you may have with NPCs in the future that I will continue to abuse, which is you just don't ask questions.
Yeah.
And NPCs will continue to abuse your trust eternally until you start asking questions, as is my usual GMing style.
Sometimes it goes to where
I'll just keep going until you're like, okay, I've had enough of this. Excuse me, sir, are you a bad guy? No.
Stab.
It's in older D&D it's sense motive,
Mhm.
right?
I mean,
Yeah.
to me, it's like in
Sense
Pathfinder,
motive.
I would do that all the time. It just in my case, it's like I can't word good questions and not sound like an idiot.
I don't know, just yell something about
Just-
sense motive. I don't know. Find a way to shorthand it.
Yeah,
I throw my dice at them.
honestly,
I
like,
also
what do
don't
you?
know if I actually have the skills for a character.
Well, we've had this
I get-
debate. I think as we've said, I'm pretty sure it's either vigilance or perception to actually like quote unquote sense motive.
Yeah.
Because I gotta be honest, like I said, while I understand why discipline is defensive versus deception, it doesn't really work as an active role. I'm gonna be really meditative and sense their lies. No,
And it
I don't
only works for Jedi.
think so.
Ah.
Anyway,
Also, out of character, I don't trust the strange oceans.
spacist.
And
Um,
not even to, like,
but
be
so
wary of
after
them.
math and stuff, because I switched it to coordination, it completely fucked you in your gear min-maxing.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yes.
was really beat up by the web, and so you basically took the 2 hours, because we decided it's 2 hours per leg.
The only one who couldn't do it was the one that's used to doing this kind of shit.
So, but let me just double check.
All
So
rolled
that's
so
you've done through
terribly.
three legs, so the time would normally be like 6 hours, but I think you cut the vertical jungle down to like 50%.
Yes.
And the first one down by like 25%, so it's like... So you're still only like 5 hours in. It might be lunchtime, considering you stopped to investigate. I don't know. We can say that's why we took a break last time, is you were like, okay, we've got a little bit of time, we need to eat a meal.
Eat food.
I'm ready to keep going to the next leg unless you guys want to do a scene.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying we're talking about, like,
Hey.
probably you guys popped
Right,
out your
yeah.
rations and ate something.
Oh yeah,
Um,
can I now check what
If I can think about what the blue lady is.
Okay. All right.
I think
Sometimes we don't want to ask you because we don't want to force you on the spot.
I mean, I know it is. Yeah, roll hard Xenology. I'm gonna flip a destiny point to add a challenge die because I really want you to roll a despair and for her to be like, "Hey, my eyes are up here" or something. I'm starting. I'm flipping a point. I'm adding a red die to this just because.
I'm just staring at her. What is it, Leku or whatever it's called?
Okay.
No,
she's not a Twilight. She doesn't have Leku.
Damn it! Sorry, I misheard.
Okay.
She's just blue.
Okay, I think you still have 3 yellow on this since it's the same day.
Yeah.
Oh, you still have the training, yeah.
Yes, he still has the equivalent of 3 ranks in Xenology.
Okay, I'll just roll regularly here and see what I get. Okay, so red.
Sure. And if you had any boost, actually, wait.
I don't.
She is wearing a hood. I think technically I get a setback die for that, unless you have something that takes it away. Yes, that's been mentioned a couple of times.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm breaking up though. I think my connection's pretty good today.
You sound pretty good today.
Where is my pudufs? My puduf.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll.
Alright, got my Rise of the Separatists over there. Got my...
It's 1 success, 2 threat.
Oof.
Okay, so it's hard to tell because she has the hood up, and when you, while you are enthusiastic, if you try to like get in there to get a close up look at her face, yeah, that's 3-2. It's kind of obvious, so she's kind of like, hey,
yeah,
what's she doing? Is there a Wikipedia? Do you have a list for blue skin? I wouldn't be shocked if you do. Blue skinned aliens.
The only 2 I can think of on top of my head are the Chiss and the fucking...
Pantorans?
Pantorans.
Pantorans are blue.
Hmm.
Remember that one episode?
He probably doesn't.
No.
You also wouldn't recognize George Lucas as a Pantoran in episode 3 because he's literally just a cameo in the back. Is there, no, they don't have a category for this. Oh, okay. They do have. If you look up the color blue for some reason.
Yeah, it has all of those things like blue desert people, blue mountain people, new dad people. What?
What?
Blue dad people?
No,
a
new
new
dat
dad.
blue.
Oh.
Wow. All
Right,
They're from
these
Detroit,
ones-
today.
so they were clearly made while George Lucas was high. I got some stuff. So basically, with your threat, you can't be sure. You can tell, like I said, she is not a Twi'lek. So she's not specifically that sort of species. She could be though. Like she could be Pantoran, maybe, or Runian. The Pantoran thing, or maybe another couple of other exotic species, could make sense because, like as we said before, she is more heavily dressed. The Pantorans do come from a cold planet, and I think actually the Pantoran species rules is they're one of the species who gets like -1 black for cold.
Right.
So she could be, or there's a couple. It's really hard to tell with her hood up, and
Yeah.
I don't know if like Aramaa, the teenage boy is eyeballing your Tomb Raider friend a lot. Like, I don't know how much you're gonna let him get away with as his adult guardian figure currently. Kind of.
I will just call out Padawan.
I'll just shuffle on back.
All right.
Oh no, but I'm gonna ask. Is something off about our companion? Low tones.
Not exactly. I was just trying to figure out what species she was.
I see. Well, I can't
Just
fault one's curiosities, but remember, some people do not have things they want to have wished known openly. You must tread that fine line between curiosity and rudeness.
Right.
All right. So the fourth leg is another split.
Oh.
As we
Oh
talked
yeah,
about.
you told us that.
I was about to say a thing because everyone was talking. And I was like,
okay. Yeah, sure.
everyone's talking. I would just make sure everyone's stuff is packed. So we don't lose anything.
No, okay.
They're just ready to go.
Nice.
All right. So while they're having a conversation, Camo is just in the background making sure everybody's ruck is repacked.
Sweet.
Okay, so the split is you have two choices. You have basically when you get to kind of the apex of the tiered garden, because it's a stepped slope. There's basically two routes. There's one which I'm calling the waterfall ascent. It's the obvious route up. It's why there's tiered pools down here. There's a waterfall cut, a vertical slice around several small waterfalls and channels which release spring water. This is going to be a difficult climb. As it is normally a hard upgraded once athletics check because it's very slick and wet.
Okay.
So even with your -2 difficulty, that's still 1 red.
Yes.
There's also an omnipresent mist and water vapor. So there's for visibility stuff, there's at least 1 die of concealment, maybe 2 if you're really getting in there.
What's the other one?
So the other way is a cave path. So you see that there are honeycombs of caves carved out by water, wind erosion, or other effects kind of dotting up in here. So it's low light in here, so that's another black, because it's a cave. Though some of you have abilities to counter that. But you don't have a map, so first of all, one of you to bypass this area would need to make a hard survival check to basically navigate in the dark in the unmapped cave. But only one of you needs to make that check, and then everybody else, normally it would be average athletics, but since you're going to reduce it to simple, I'm going to say, because I don't want you to just farm advantage, it's fine. You can just do it.
Okay,
however,
so
you do know that some of that you haven't seen them, but there are supposed to be fauna in these spires, so you don't know. Somebody might nest in a cave. You might be invading an animal's territory.
I say, so from my point, I think we could do the cave. You guys just help me make the check, the survival check, and then you guys can just kind of go through the cave and be leading.
I'm more inclined to do the
climb with
the climb.
waterfalls.
But the climb,
Yeah,
it's just like I'm worried about the spares like last time.
Well, if you worry always about the spares, you're not going to do anything.
Yeah.
Fair.
So what Axe just told me is I need to spend another destiny point to upgrade the survival check.
Alright, let's do the climb.
Hello, walk yourself into that one, Chief.
Again, Axe, like I said, remember we roll yellows all the fucking time, and as I said, we don't get triumphs. Well, we get triumphs.
I think you rolled.
There were at least 3 times where we rolled double triumphs on just 2 yellow die.
Well,
Yeah,
so I was
true.
asking, didn't last time? I think it was because Boots went first and he rolled the despair, and then you all upgraded. I think so. You all rolled reds. I think nobody else got a despair. So one red.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not that
and
bad.
like I said, it's a 1 red check, which I think is better than potentially getting lost in a cave. I want to say,
Fair enough.
or having a random ass attack.
It's a survival, so I'd have
I mean, we could sell a random ass attack on the cliffside.
That's true. But if at that point we have the mist. Well, the concealment would also.
But then we are still in the mist, so they'll have a hard time seeing us too.
Yeah, that's what
Unless they have
saying.
sound-based abilities.
Well, I don't know. Here's the thing. What kind of? Well, I guess.
But let's not worry about that. Let's go up the cliff and don't worry about it too much.
Believe in the Force. Yeah.
Believe in the Force.
All right,
The
so
Force
we're
is
gonna-
with me.
We're gonna make sure we got the system. So who's gonna go? Who wants to go the top of the order?
Yeah.
Oh,
What's
go.
your climbing order?
I'll go first.
Ooh, Cav, you going first? Okay, go.
I'll
Go,
go.
Cav,
man.
go.
Well,
Do it,
all right,
do it.
but we should settle before any shenanigans, like he rolls threats or something. Before we do that, what's the
I
climb
go
order?
second.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll go third then.
And whoever is
Camo, you
fourth.
taking up
Fourth,
the rear.
okay. All right, roll
Okay, yeah.
I'll probably prep my roll.
Okay, so that's just 1 red.
them. And the
Any
setback doesn't apply
set-
because it's
Oh yeah, just
concealment. It's
just the
about-
visibility concealment. Okay.
I've already taken in the inherent. No,
Okay.
Okay.
nothing
Solid.
special.
I'm just going to let those dark side points not do anything.
All right, solid. Kavis has a fairly normal, robust climb. Just, going first, doing stuff. All right, Boots is next in the order.
Yep.
So clearly, we need some spinning panoramic shots of us just going up a cliff.
Oh yeah, no, we got some fucking sweeping drone shots.
Mm-hmm.
And just one red, right?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Athletics, right?
Yes.
It's back to
Boost.
athletics. It is to climb. Okay.
Nice.
I'll take
Success
that.
to advantage. And I reposted the chart just now.
Well, let's see. Oh, sorry. Still kind of waking up.
That's fine.
Actually, yeah. Since I'm second, everyone else get a boost die.
I will appreciate that boost die.
All right, so Kavis just kind of normal climbs, but Boots is actually able to, quote unquote, blaze a trail. So he actually, all right, let's leave, drops marker flag, scrapes out some handholds, finds the driest rocks to grab, kind of stuff. So everybody following gets a boost die.
Cool. Okay, that'll be Aramaa next.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Very good.
Yeah, so let's dump all that, into advantage, yeah. Pull up the chart real quick here.
Well, okay, so for the audience, I can describe this because it's a visual aid. So, with a Triumph, you can get a masterful shortcut. Mm-hmm. You can cut the leg time by 50%, and all allies heal 3 strain. You can upgrade your next skill check once by being invigorated, or you can find natural materials and add to your athletics and survival checks until the end of the next leg.
May I make a suggestion?
I'm listening. What's up?
Do you think we should do the shortcut and then the time cut and then give me a boost on my next check?
I was actually thinking of using the assistant ally, so in case you roll any threats, I could remove up to 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's good.
But you can still use the Triumph for the shortcut, possibly?
Yeah, I'll still use the Triumph for the shortcut, the masterful shortcut.
Also, everyone gets 3 strain removed. So
yep, everybody heals 3 strain. Because your Aramaa, with her ability to perceive through mist, is like, hey, dummies. Just move a couple meters to your right. There's a straight shot up. And we're like, what? I can't see anything in this fog. Just do it, okay? Trust in the Force.
With no eyes is like, yeah, go that way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Our Aramaa just has a waterfall splashing her in the face, and she's just like, "Where could see perfectly?" What did she say?
Battle meditation. Go right. Actually, I don't have that upgrade yet.
She just says go. Cav just says she said go right.
But okay, and then you're gonna turn your 3 force pips into advantage and do assist an ally directly.
Yes. So in case Axe rolls threats, I can remove up to 2 of them.
Alright, cool. Let's see. Oh, wow.
Nope.
But no, you didn't even fucking need it. Holy shit.
Well, yeah, the one bad die came up blank, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I rolled
the
it right.
25% then.
Feel ready and I get the one from the other thing. So I think with that much advantage, I think I can.
You can do, I think, probably the...
I'm probably going to do the thing where we, 5, so I'm probably going to do the thing where we get 2 extra boosts to recover strain between legs, if needed. And
well, actually, that's a good question. Does anybody still have strain?
I just covered all mine.
Yeah, I don't have any strain.
Because the thing about the double boost is it's to your next check to recover strain between legs.
Yeah.
Some of that I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for, because I don't really want to use it to, decrease the time, honestly.
Well, you got 2. You got, what, 5, right?
Behind me.
Yeah, 5.
Very minutes behind us.
I'm also the last one, so...
Is Tang still behind us?
Tash? Yeah, no, she's following. I'm not rolling for her just to keep this from overcomplicating, but assume that she is because you invited her along. She's following with you. Yeah. She just follows your route.
Oh, okay.
But unlike Aramaa, she avoids the waterfall.
And it's like...
Well, so you've shaved it. You can spend 2 to shave off another 25.
Yeah,
that would be 75 total.
I'm wondering if, the one to remove threat, does that only apply to this leg? Because it's not...
Yeah, it's from the result of a next check to pick up.
Okay.
Well, honestly, you might, let's see. It says...
Again, Axe, you're fighting just picking the one that gives you +1 blue to all your perception and vigilance checks until the end of the next leg. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Both times you had 3 advantage.
Leg. Okay. Sorry.
No, next leg. That's why it says it.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, that's the one part I missed, because I thought they're all the current legs. Okay, then that one.
No, some of them specify until the next leg.
Okay,
This
then
is-
we'll do that one.
Someone get the picture of throwing the book.
I just missed that one
Blade!
word.
Okay.
Than that. So everybody.
Yeah, alright. So you have a
I
blue on perception and vigilance until the end of the next leg. And you
Solid.
shaved off 25. So you, between Aramaa and just Camo keeping up the rear, you actually
saying
do get to, you cut what should be a 2-hour climb to like a 30-minute. You're blazing a real new trail. It's pretty cool.
Poor Cobra Bubbles.
Okay. So, you guys peek over the top of a waterfall, and you come into kind of, there's a recess in this, mesa or tablelands, and you kind of enter into, because it's the only direction to go, you enter into a kind of large inner chamber, almost like maybe like an old caldera or something.
Oh, okay.
At the center, there is a pretty circular, but it looks very deep, very clear pool of fresh water, kind of centrally located. And basically, as water builds up and overflows the lip of this slightly, it becomes, the waterfalls and channels that go down. You see that above it there are further, gentle rivulets, mists, a couple of falls which kind of drop down and to feed this large pool. The area around the kind of shore around this cave lake is covered with some vines, moss, and small shrubs, maybe even some small trees growing around the lip of it. Kind of along the far side from you, the back side, there is a tall, slightly curving cliff, which the stone material kind of vaguely or maybe resembles the same shape and type of stone that you saw in that statue in town. The kind of the light, the gentle light from outside the cave plays along the mist in unusual ways, and everybody feels kind of oddly peaceful here. The Force sensitives, especially, you get kind of an odd vibe to this place.
Huh.
I see we're vibing out here.
Are there like places such as what is the word for it? Places of like high density or thing.
You mean nexuses?
Yeah, Force stuff. Yes, there is an actual. It's called the Nexus. There's mechanics for this. This is not quite a Nexus in the strictest mechanical sense, but there is.
There's no statue, it's just the same material as the statue.
It's just like more Forcey.
It's like the weird microbial computer.
Alright.
No, it's not the. I will say it's not the same as that. It's just there's an unusual vibe here, an imprint.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Not that any of you need to roll strain, but there is an actual mechanic. Everybody who would need to would upgrade their check to recover strain, but you're all fine.
We're all
Right.
Well,
Okay, let's go to the next leg.
No. We made plenty of time. Let's take a quick break.
Yes, you were an hour, and you gain an hour and a half now, so you're like 2.5 hours ahead of the Trandoshans.
Yeah.
So
They have to. We are, again, to remind everybody, we are assuming that the Trandoshans climb it in the standard 2-hour time, until I say otherwise, for dramatics.
for
Yeah, you
dramatics.
can, like, you
nobody
can,
up
like-
that.
depends on how many dark side points you set
Suddenly they jumped up 5.
But I'm going to motion the Padawan over.
Okay, he'll just like come over silently.
It's all like, and yada yada, blah blah blah. Forces all around us, blah blah blah. We feel it, blah blah blah. Let us meditate.
Okay.
So there's these rocks here that are of the same substance as the statue we saw.
I'm just
in
gonna copy it, because apparently you guys can't understand me when I speak.
No, I'm just really out of it today. I don't know why.
I was just thinking of Camo to start going into photography.
Maybe a little pic recorder. But yeah, there is the description of everything.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay, thank you for that. I was gonna be like, oh, I'll take a sample of, I'll take like a rock and see if it's like got any properties, like put it away for later to give to the science team, but I guess not.
Oh boy, what would that even? Astrogeology would probably be education.
Yeah.
Do you have any points in education? Nope. Okay, it's all rocks to you.
As I said, I give it to the science team.
You got a combat knife. You could chip a little piece of rock.
Okay, yeah, sure, I'll do that then, because I was thinking about that. Yeah, this is a rock. That's right, Bob.
I'm trying to
Tell me your secrets. Rock.
what check would I have to do to resemble what statue?
Yeah,
because I can't remember actually.
Lore.
Lore.
Right,
Okay.
lore.
Yeah.
Let's see.
We will meditate on
Go
the.
ahead
I will
and
meditate.
roll. Those of you who are
Yeah,
trying to recall what
meditate
you
on
remember
the
about this, what you learned about this place. Go ahead and roll me an average lore check.
Average. Okay, why
I don't make it hard, but we'll make it average. Because you did technically directly experience this.
Wow.
Oh, okay. He remembers nothing.
Ouch.
You also remember nothing. Huh.
Well, guess what? It's the will of the Force. I flip a point.
Oh, damn it. What were we at before? Was it
3-2, so now we're 2-3.
No, it's the other way. I get one less.
Yeah.
So is that what,
Oh.
4-1?
What? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Will of the Force. Is it once per session?
No, just once per round after failing a skill check.
That's brutal. All right.
So now I think it's
I
4-1.
once again, I'm like, game, are you assuming that you won't fail skill checks? Yeah, once per round after failing a skill check, the character gets to flip a point from dark to light.
I think it's like meant to be like in the heat of combat where you're just using them all the time. But yeah.
Maybe,
Well,
we'll
that-
see. But yeah, that it's not related to combat, because it's
It
still
just says
an
after
incidental, so you just do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Means I can't do it like every. I can't keep making the same check, but
All right. But still, so you guys don't really, you can't directly recall the legends. You heard several. You do remember it was called the Shrine of the Green. There was a statue in it that was just, I believe I described it as just a vaguely feminine rock. It's not really a statue of a lady. It's more of like a rock that possibly is a road. It's, like people seeing the Virgin Mary in a slice of bread or whatever kind of thing. It's
like Samacrium.
Yes,
Something.
it was a rock that had a vague shape that was kind of like freestanding or whatever in the area, and there were some urban legends about it. You can't remember exactly what they were, but you do, I will say with your advantage, you can kind of, like I said, remember what you saw before, but you're just like, what did they say? Why did they like the rock?
Well, when we get back down, I guess I'll ask.
Yeah.
Let me see. Features. I gotta write this down in the Aramaa notes. Features.
So
Cool with another feminine statue, like the one in the best shoe. But as I said, Kavis and I, we will meditate on the meaning of this place in the rock. Probably not too long. Maybe like what, a half hour.
Okay.
All right,
Cool,
that's good,
half
'cause
hour
that
sticking
kind of
break.
so that kind of rounds it up to like, I think you're now 2 hours ahead.
All right.
That's what the next leg is like.
Okay,
Let's
so
eyeball it.
the next leg is the inner path. So, there's no real way to get from in here. There's no real convenient way to get back out to the outer shell. So the best way to go up, because you can see that there's light poking through from above and stuff, and obviously water is coming through here, is to just go straight up the inner wall.
Oh.
It's kind of a combination of the vertical jungle and the waterfall ascent. You're climbing up the inner walls of the plateau chamber. It's still very misty and slick, but there's an abundance of vines, moss, lichen, and stuff, occasionally ledges and small shrubs to kind of climb up. So there's still concealment where it matters,
Mhm.
and it's still a hard athletics check, but you do now add a blue die for all the handholds, like you did in the vertical
Alright.
jungle.
Oh, lovely.
So are you going to switch your climb order?
Yes. I'm going to
Aramaa
go,
will go first.
third.
I'll go.
I'll
second.
go last.
All right.
Because that's
Oh,
that's
actually-
the thing now, where it's got to be literally different every time.
I'm sorry.
Musical chairs.
That is like, everyone says that you go last.
I
What?
like in the fiction, it's more we're adapting for like the situation, but
Change
it's just
places.
not thinking about our last order at all.
But before we head up, it's like it's Tash, right?
Yes.
It's Tash. Just check on Tash. It's like make sure she's doing okay.
Okay. She's fine. She kind of says it's quite peaceful here, but it's it's a pretty picture. It's not necessarily what I've been looking for, so I'm ready to continue if you are.
Excellent. All right.
I remember Tash had like a vague accent at some point, but I still can't. I cannot just do what she sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Like,
fine, don't
immediately.
strain yourself.
All right. So, what was the original difficulty of this check?
Hard upgraded once,
Hard upgrade.
so it's just
Okay, so
one red again, but you add up one
one red.
automatically.
free blues.
And one free blue.
Alright, I'm very good again.
let's start slow but solidly. I would like to say. So I'm gonna spend both of my light side pips to advantage it, and let me scroll back up for handy dandy Charto. With 4, I'm going to blaze a trail, give everyone a blue, and I'm gonna do it particularly efficiency and start us off with a reduction of 25% time.
All right. So then I go with 4 blues. Let's see how this goes.
Yep. Nice.
Oh, okay.
Again, a lot of advantage. Not a lot of extra success, but that isn't directly affecting your timing.
Let's see. So I could do the spare removal, but that only gives the one
Threat.
Removes 1 threat because I only have 1 rank in athletics because I have a bunch of boost. So like I think I'll just do the
25 less time
again and the 25 less time.
Okay.
Alright. So Kavis is next.
Okay. Let's see here. Right, it's 1 blue, I think.
Yeah, 1
2.
free blue. But
Okay.
wait, Aramaa Blaze a Trail, remember?
Oh, Blaze Trails, that's another blue.
Yep.
So blue.
Yeah,
Blue. It's
Look
going
at
to be more dark side points.
Oh, well.
Oh no,
okay.
you got them.
You got some light. You're going to have to spend them to succeed. Or at least one of them.
Okay, so I'm going to spend the 2 light to succeed, and because I'm going to spend those dark side points too to get more advantage.
Alright, sure. Farm all the advantage.
So that flips a light side point back to dark.
Yes, so
I
have
get 2
now.
conflict and 2 strain.
Yep. But you have
4,
you both of them, so you now have 5 advantage.
Yep.
What was that phone? Stop that. Oh, my phone's
Oh, he
almost
needs
dead.
to use 2 light set points to get a success.
Yeah. Then I used 2 dark to add more advantage because I was like, I don't want to full here.
Oh, I didn't know it was 1. I thought it was 1.
Don't worry.
So you've got 5. What are you doing with it?
Okay, so I'm going to spend, let's see here, 2 to make the time take 25% less. Then I'll do,
25% in a row.
then I guess I'll spend 3 for,
Rock Island is not for the faint of heart.
okay, then I'll spend 3 for the particularly good vantage point or whatever.
Alright, so
Do
you
some
guys
majestic
are...
stuff.
Because of your... Well, one, because Aramaa obviously Blaze, but also just in general, the handholds and the other things, so you'd be like, oh, this is going by particularly fast.
We're not even climbing up the vines. We're using them like Tarzan to swing from vine to
No,
vine.
clearly
No,
we
it's-
are doing the video games and we're just double jumping from wall to wall.
You're abusing the fact that you get a free wall grab.
Yep.
Jump, grab. Jump, grab.
It's like the Returnal. Like the Returnal.
You look off to the side, Aramaa's doing the weird Knuckles jump from Sonic Boom.
Alright.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I have a hand sprawl. I can just punch handholds.
Yes.
time for my roll. With all those I think I'm at like
Yeah,
Axe 4 blue.
Alright, plus your things.
Oh, wow.
Only 1 advantage.
Let me...
You got the 2.
And just go back up.
I'm just trying to remember what's saying. Whatever.
It's probably going to be everybody heals 1 strand.
Yeah, everyone else gets 1 strain.
Yeah!
Sorry.
Yes.
Well, you went last, so unfortunately, that means that the other thing you can do at with 1 doesn't really matter.
It's all good.
It's okay. All right.
Good in the head.
That was again a pretty quick climb. You only took 30 minutes. Those guys are. If you're calculating, the Trandoshans are they're about 2.5 hours behind you.
Jeez.
Yep.
So they're probably still in the middle of the waterfall ascent.
Well, let's see what our rest stop is this time. Oh god, this is so terrifying. Oh, this is El Capitan.
Are you just looking at mountain climbing?
Yeah.
Sometime I should run the mountain climbing Call of Cthulhu scenario for y'all.
Oh, no. No.
Wait. A climbing one? What?
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Sorry, El Capitan.
Which
Which one scenario is that called?
Yeah, El Capitan is fucking crazy. Like, you can't climb it one day. You literally have to, like, strap in and sleep hanging from your ropes.
All right, The Fall Without End. That's right. It's about Mount McKinley. Anyway, we're not doing that right now.
This fucking GIF, why?
That's concerning.
Oh, it's not posting it, son of a bitch.
Oh, it's
It'll
not
take a
loading
second.
up.
It'll probably work in a
That's
second.
a bouncing Mario.
Alright.
Anyway.
Anyway.
So, at the apex of the inner path, there's basically a large shelf.
Cool.
There's some kind of... It kind of starts to dome upward or bubble outward, so it's harder to climb, but you guys can all transition to this shelf. And on this shelf, you see large, blocky, solid structures. They resemble the gardener's architecture that you've seen before.
Oh.
And there are a lot of these are featured with large murals, like you remember from the facility not too far from here.
Mm-hmm.
Though in this case, a lot of these are overgrown, water-worn, cracked, broken. And a lot of all that. So, if you guys want to study those,
Yeah.
go ahead and make me we're gonna make this one a hard lore check, because they are.
I can't do it, so I want to...
I would like to take my time.
Okay. How much time?
I'll take my time too.
How much time are you taking?
Well, how long does it take for, like, what would you say regularly, if we were to study how long it would take?
To study them, I don't know, probably somewhere between 5 to 10 minutes.
5 to 10 minutes?
You know what? Boots will give this a go. He sees the Jedi trying to figure this out. He'll try to assist in his own weird way of trying to figure out what's happening.
I'm just gonna...
Well,
Yeah!
so I would like, because here's the thing. I have Researcher, which basically cuts these times in half.
Okay.
So, here's the thing, would I get additional boosts for additional amounts of time taken for it, or is it just one boost for
No,
the
it's
day?
really just one for okay, you're stepping down to take your time and not rush this.
Alright, well
It's
then...
kind of like aiming, but different.
Yeah. Then I'll just say, because even if I take my time, because I have Researcher, which basically has the time again, it's basically, I don't actually need to take extra time to get a boost, I guess?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
That makes
I'll
sense.
just take my time, so I'll be just double the amount than Lucky does.
All
It
right.
just varies. Is it like you were trying to discover how an alien door would open or something, kind of?
No,
Each
it's
friend and
interpretational art.
Yeah.
It's a picture.
Wow. Again.
Hang on one
Just
second.
can't roll those successes.
Aramaa,
You
please
guys
succeed.
I assume they can't
Kavis
use
and
that
I
advantage
failed.
or anything.
You can
That's
always
kind
use
of-
advantage for something. In this question, I assume Kavis and Boots want to use it to not suck up all the time by insisting that they can actually solve this, only to find out 10
Yeah.
minutes later they were dumb
Yeah,
and
I'll
can't.
just do.
Yeah.
I'll just
Yeah.
do the advantage to
Let's
not
just do
suck
that.
it up.
Perfect.
So they're staring at
Ugh.
they're staring at the wall. They're staring at the wall. Armaa's trying to figure it out, and they're just like,
Actually,
Failure.
can I call Tang to come... Tash, excuse me, to come assist me? This is her jam, right? What she was looking for?
sorry, got a little dry there. Yeah, you can add a
Let's put
boost
our-
from that, I guess.
Also, take a boost from me, because I would rather just help you, if that's possible.
I don't. You don't have Researcher. I don't think you can help.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. You went the other way.
Mhm.
Well, success.
Actually, hold on. Is there anything on the infect chart that makes sense? Okay, I might do that one.
Oh no.
Because
Oh, no.
Tooth Red is the attack of vertigo one.
Oh.
Yeah. Why don't you make me an average fear check real quick?
Oh, okay.
Because you lean out over an expanse to get a closer look at a mural, and then you're like, oh yeah, shit, right, I can see forever down into the abyss. It's very long. It's a very long fall.
What was the
And-
difficulty again?
Average
Average.
fear.
Little fear. I'm still laughing about birds. No fear, no fear, no fear. No fear.
It is exactly that moment.
Okay, you're fine. 2 successes. You're alright. You suck it in.
Solid.
It's fine. Everything's fine. You get a branch. Camo standing over your shoulder, but he doesn't say anything. He's just there. Okay, so, basically you skim the murals, you cut away some vines to kind of look at them. Attach helps you a little and kind of points out some stuff.
Mhm.
And your overall, look at this is basically, it's kind of like, because you guys had a hard time figuring out these murals before. Again, you're not quite sure, are these meant to be instructional or perhaps almost mythologizing. Like, is this like you don't know if the gardeners made these murals to be like, hey, look at us, we did the thing, or to be like, in future generations, look upon our works, ye mighty and despair, kind of thing, right? Like, you don't know if this is just like their version of, just a sign that says we was here, or if it's like, hey, if you come after us, this is what we did. But the effect is that, you don't necessarily understand the how and why of what it is, because it's, giant mural pictograms, but the general direction of these murals is that they show that the gardeners came here from space. This is not their native planet, obviously. They came here from somewhere else. They came to a young Soholiv. They found it to be dry and, volcanic, a very young planet. And then based on the pictures, you can see that they started providing water. You see great water spring up from the earth. They started to alter the topography, raising mountains up high and laying mountains low, kind of thing. And you're not really sure how or why, but this is just like, we did this. But you do get a clue onto the purpose of this structure. What this used to be, probably before the topography changed again, is it used to be an observatory. This used to be in a position where you could see the stars better, and in fact, even now, you can still get some good angles through some of the holes in the roof area. But also, it was in a position where it could observe the land around it.
Neat.
And so if somebody wants to make a astrogation check of some variety, you might be able to actually, because some of these murals are just star maps of the local night sky, so you might actually be able to gain some navigational data, which can turn into future plot coupons.
So, what now? My sound cut out for a minute.
Astrogation.
Oh.
Does anybody want to try it?
I'll try it.
Okay.
I would like to assist them.
Sure.
I have so that's
Astrogation is int-based,
get
I believe.
blues for me.
Yeah, let's go with... What's a good one? Let's go with hard and add a setback die because they are fragmentary.
A other one wants to give me blues.
Yeah, take mine, because I can't.
For what? Why? What do you know about stars?
Yeah.
My blues is because I'm basically translating data of murals into that.
So
listen, sometimes you guys just have to suck up that you're bad at things.
Fair.
Yeah.
We'll just stand there.
Right.
Some fall.
And I do have that. Right, I do have that skill that. Not his thing. Okay.
Holy
Wow. Wow.
That's a lot of failure.
That hurts.
That's a record.
Yeah, I think that's the most we've ever seen. He rolled 3 double failures on the 3 purple dice, and then one failure on the setback. So it's 7 failures, 2 advantages.
Where was the setback from this?
Because it's fragmented.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're in a ruin. It's really fucked up.
Yeah.
Gee, I wonder why it's hard. I don't know. See, Axe, you're probably thinking, man, Omega's really bitchy today. What Omega is thinking, man, Axe is really being sassy about my choices today.
I wasn't thinking that, but okay.
You usually think that, though.
No, I was thinking I just said a dumb thing.
Okay. But yes, it's so you're just like, what are stars? What is space?
Okay.
Take pictures, I guess.
It says here,
Actually, no.
But with advantage, you do kind of get some ideas that, okay, you're like, yeah, I can't. I'm not studied on astrogation charts. I can't read any of this star map stuff. But maybe some of the angles, you can look at the curvature of the planet. You can be like, hey, I wonder if maybe if I take this, maybe if you took this back to the research base, you could actually transpose some of this data to your longitude and latitude. Maybe you could find other locations on the planet's surface, but with that much failure, you're really going to be like, you really need a whole lab overhaul to get an idea of what the fuck is going on here.
Yeah, probably just take a picture of it. And,
I believe Aramaa is still carrying around her data pad, so
let me double check that. I don't see why I wouldn't be carrying around a data pad. Yep, I still have my data pad.
Take a space picture.
So yeah, you can just.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna basically take
your smartphone.
Take some pictures of the murals. I'm gonna take some pictures of the angles they had on the sky and whatnot. And I'm gonna also note the actual positional data of the shelf.
Yeah, sure.
Just in-
Because you're gonna compare it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking, like, some of these, like, there's probably an actually, like, unusually rounded room, because most of their structure is very blocky, but there's an actual, like, domed room that's almost like kind of planetarium, but you're just, like, you're looking up there and you're just like, I can't understand these stars at all. You're basically like, what the fuck even are constellations on Sohaliv? Because, again, nobody has any astrogation, so you don't know this kind of stuff off the top of your head. But there's probably, like, some kind of equivalent to a latitude and longitude system, like, on some of the maps or maybe on some of the floors, and you're just like, hey, wait a second. If we can figure out what this system is for, we can figure out positional data.
On star charts. But need to cross-reference data at the lab!
Hey,
And actually, this could be a good tactical find, because if you recall from your briefing data, you are in a region of space, a star cluster called Rima's Garden, which, because the stars are somewhat tight together here, there are some unusual navigational paths. If you can decipher some of these star maps, you may be able to find angles to other gardener-settled worlds in the local area.
Okay.
All right.
Well, let's see, that probably took a little bit.
Yes.
Do anyone want to walk around and see if there's anything else interesting here? I mean, there is a little bit of ruins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a walk around and actually see if there's anything else interesting.
All right.
I would like.
Yeah, I'll
You've
just
taken about
walk
maybe
with
10 minutes. Do you want to
Aramaa
round it out
then.
to maybe like 20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, sure.
I'll walk with Aramaa.
Okay.
I'll go look
I-
around myself.
I won't make
Oh,
you
fair.
waste your dice on a check. There's nothing worth making a check over here.
Mhm.
Overall, it's very interesting to kind of see the different structures of this. You saw a very blocky, like, very much a scientific facility before, right? Like, comparing the two structures, that was almost like a factory in a way, right? That was a place
Yes.
where they were purifying water, where they were researching how to change the wildlife. This is, again, like I said, this is very much this is an observatory. And honestly, you think this place might be more educational and observational. Like it looks like there would have been, like, you find maybe what could have been quarters. Like, you find clusters of rooms that are, like, actually, like, oh, here's a slab and here's some kind of stuff anchored to the wall, but a lot of it is obviously overgrown and eroded away. You don't really seem to find any signs of the macrobiotics.
Okay.
Probably because this place has been exposed to, water and wind for a while.
Scoured away.
The mural material and the overall structure seem pretty robust, so it's mostly either intense erosion, like literally there is now a waterfall where a mural used to be, or you'd guess maybe like tectonic shifting, because the hidden garden facility was kind of looked like it was thrust up from below, kind of. This also looks similarly like maybe originally this land wasn't quite so raised up, but it did, and then kind of a lot of the loose mud and topsoil eroded away, leaving these, the green spires itself, which the planet then reclaimed.
Okay. Interesting.
But yeah, there's definitely seems to be an almost like monitoring like aspect. Like you come to it, like there's a section where kind of some of the plateau wall has fallen away, and you can actually be like, oh, this used to be like a balcony or something before, right? Like this is actually some of this is an artificial structure where somebody could have stood here and kind of look out into the greater Sohaliv, and so you guys can, like look out from a height and you can see the vast rolling Ubeshu hills under you.
Okay.
Hear jungle noises, stuff like that.
All right, well, I'm basically just going to compile some pictures, get some data, because I'm pretty sure Dr. Hubbard and Sister Rayal will be interested in this stuff, and they'll probably be very, very, very keen on spearheading the investigation into the star charts and whatnot.
Yeah. I'll say you're probably a little concerned, Chris, about how you could get a research team up here. Maybe there's space further up where you might be able to find a better vantage point. There are some, like I said, there are some access, like, there are some open gaps to the open air out in here, but they're very narrow. You wouldn't necessarily be like, yeah, let's, you wouldn't want to, like, crane any stuff in there.
Yeah, we might have to do something.
And some of the rock stuff seems a little unstable. Okay.
Yeah,
So it's time for the
get
last
exhausted.
leg to get to kind of the apex.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Tash actually says that she's like, if you don't mind, I'd like to stay here a little bit and catalog this. This is the sort of unusual sight I was looking for.
Neato.
It's like, no problem. I'm gonna give Tash Comco, and so like, if there's any problem, give me a holler.
Sure thing. Okay. So the last one, the last leg, is called the Shattered Steps. So, these are, you're kind of half climbing through caves, half climbing through open air. There's a lot more artificial structures in here. You're basically climbing on top of ruins and structures integrated into the rock. So this area is a lot more artificial, but it's more rounded, so there's less handholds. There's a lot less natural floras. Some of these areas are heavily degraded by water erosion. So there's a lot of unstable terrain up here. So this is a hard athletics check. It's not upgraded, but you add 2 black for the unstable nature of the path.
Okay.
And there's there's no assistance or anything from the environment. It's just, ruined walls and segments and weird carvings.
I assume
Armand's going first. What?
I'll go second.
Change places.
I think I
No.
also actually.
I'll go last.
I'll go third.
I think I actually removed one of these blacks because I outdoorsman.
Okay. For what?
And I
It's an athletics check?
remove per one from checks to move through terrain or manage environmental effects.
Alright, hold on. I have to dig up a book that has outdoorsman in full and read that just to be sure.
Okay. I also have conditions, so remove black percussion for athletics coordination checks.
Yeah, that one definitely
Let's
applies.
see how this works. Yeah, because it says move, but this is a climb check, so we'll just have to see.
Oh, brain needs to brain engage. There we go. Okay. I know what I'm doing now. Book. Find book. Book have rule.
Book have brain.
No.
But the conditioned effect definitely procs because this is an athletics check. The question is just if this counts for outdoors, man. Man of outdoor. KMNO. Outdoorsman. Black per rank to move through terrain or to manage terrain or environmental effects. Yeah, So technically, I think this is not necessarily 100% what outdoorsman was meant to refer to, because I'm pretty sure it's mainly thinking of like, oh, you're in a combato, you're gonna have to move through difficult terrain and stuff. However, this is an effect imposed by the terrain, so I will allow it to apply.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
So then I actually just roll one.
So 2 setback, right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Throwing bones.
Oh, hey.
Okay.
Let us not spin pips. And fuck it, masterful shortcut.
Okay.
I don't need eyes.
What are eyes?
I thought I heard that Mirror Looker don't even have eyes.
Do you want to look under the blindfold and find out?
No.
Alright.
I don't want to stare into that cosmic
That'd be a
horror.
big boy fear check.
Yeah.
Stare into Arama's lidless eye sockets.
And also add each setback for each rank of command between you.
Just vibrates.
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's see. So, 50% cut down. Let me just get the tail up again.
Yeah, because I went for masterful shortcut. Oh, that also heals 3 strain. So if anybody's got strain, you knock that off.
Let's see. I should probably, let's see. I'm gonna maybe take less time, but
Unless Axe does something different that would affect my roll, I've got my thing ready and waiting.
I'm just gonna, we take less time, and then I'm gonna then give a boost on Marth's next check.
Nope. It's who
What?
goes next in the sequence. That's why it's a 1.
Yeah.
So,
This is
didn't
just,
Boots say he's going third?
Yeah.
The boost is
I'll wait
going
to check on that.
third.
Right, because it's,
So,
Oh, well, actually, technically, no, it does say any character. So you could give it to Kavis, unless the group strongly objects to the idea that he's in second helping the 4th guy.
I'd say give it to Kavis.
no, I say give it to Boots.
I've already got 2
No,
yellows and 2 boost dice.
Oh,
so
right.
No, the Clunterboos are
Right.
really good at this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
we were made for this. Just like in
I
the
assume you don't have
Okay.
conditions, but you get
Okay. So let's go with the next roll.
It's me. Let's do this. Hey.
Oh, nice.
Yay.
These fucking repulsor units are fucking great.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You do it the same thing I did, just make it so he gets extra boost.
So the boost and the 25%.
You know what? I'll
last
spend
time.
all. Can I spend all 3 just to give him 3 boost time?
I mean, you could. That is technically allowed. They're not limited. Only the time resistant is. It's just,
Kavis have a total of 4 boost die.
Okay, well, I'm going to proc my Sense Danger Town, say F you to those setback dice.
right, you won't need that for future setback dice for anything.
So we give it a boost. Alright, have fun.
Okay, so you
We're almost gonna do it where we literally did it within 10 minutes or something. But, never mind.
Wow.
okay. I'm just going.
That's
I think I'll just put all that stuff into advantage, except for the dark side pip.
That's all advantage, yo.
7 advantage.
Yay!
Okay, so 2 for 25% less time,
doing 100% less time.
and then 3
Goddamn
for
lucky.
No,
Okay.
because only. Oh, actually, wait, no. Lucky did 50. So yeah, technically you could. I never said a minimum. I think 25% total might be the minimum, just for
yeah.
for the sake of not making Omega do math.
Yeah. And then
Yeah,
they'll do 3 for all percentage vigilance, even though this is the last leg.
Well, it's the last leg, but there's a segment after it too. So
Yeah. I'll do that, and then that leaves me with 2. Does anyone have any strain?
No.
No.
I think you're the only one.
Okay, I'll just do the.
Kill your strain, I guess.
How much do you have left?
I have 0 strain because I got all healed up again.
No, I mean, how much advantage do you have left?
2.
2, huh? Just let it fly.
I'll just let it fly. I'll
Yeah.
let those. Yeah.
You could we could come up with other stuff, but if you've hit all your bonuses with all your many advantages, there's no reason to
Yeah.
push it. Okay,
Mhm.
so it's like 25% time. Honestly, you guys are like, wow, this is really easy. You're working along. Kavis is being, completely piggyback baby carried across all the jumps by clone troopers, but somehow he never steps in a bad spot, huh? But you already you kind of blow through and you come up to kind of a it's kind of a sheltered cavern. It almost seems amphitheater like. There's the thing that kind of identifies this spot to you is that there's a huge tree here, growing in the shade. Though some of its branches actually seem to break through the rocks and break up to the surface above. Structurally, it kind of resembles a lantern fruit tree, but it's much larger.
Oh.
Though it does appear to have some bioluminescent. In and around its roots, there is a large pool of water, which kind of seems to gently bubble or flow. Somehow this appears to be a natural spring or collection.
What? Hot spring?
No, it's cool.
Oh.
Though honestly, on Zohalo, that's better. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Just a cool.
But
spring.
it's pure clear water.
No hot spring episode for you.
Not yet, anyway. I should probably think about what volcanism on Soholiv is like. It's probably got to be a little freaky in some places. Though I will say, generally, the planet is very seismically stable.
It's probably designed that way.
But yes, this is pure, clear, fresh water, which kind of flows down through the plateaus into the Ubeshu region. So it seems very very pure and clean, refreshing.
Wait, why is it so pure, clean, and refreshing? We're not at snow melt level, right?
Oh God, no! I don't know if there's. I don't know if snow happens anywhere. Maybe in the polar regions, it gets cool enough seasonally to snow.
Okay, sorry, because this just clicked on me. Usually, when you get that super fucking pure water, that's usually because it comes from
Of snow
glacier.
melt?
Yeah,
Yes,
it comes from glacier.
It comes
runoff.
from glacier or snow melt. there are springs do come up from the groundwater, and that can be pure because it's being naturally filtered by sediment.
Yeah.
But that doesn't usually bubble up all the way to the top of a rock formation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yes,
there's
this
something in this
is
rock
this
formation.
is geologically unusual. Do you have a point in education?
No.
You probably know
do.
enough generally about planetology maybe to get that, but at least to
Yeah.
recognize that's unusual. Actually, most of
I
you guys
only
have dots in
a point
survival.
education.
Yeah, you guys could probably, because that's how you get pure water in the mountains is snow.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Sorry. It's
this
like I was
is-
just like I was. Huh.
So you may be wondering about that, and kind of you can look into the pool and kind of half submerged under this water and also kind of surrounded by the roots, you see a large rounded object which seems to glow faintly blue-green.
Huh.
What's the temperature of the water?
You put your hand in. Well, okay. Want to see the average temperature on Solid is? Did I jot it down? I did not. I think I've said before it's roughly like 90 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay.
It's probably a little cooler because you're high up, obviously.
Yeah.
And there's wind chill. But this water is very refreshingly cool. I want to say somewhere in the 60s Fahrenheit.
All right.
Still not like refrigerated, but still seems cooler.
So we're not gonna hit hypothermia if we stay
Yeah.
in there too long. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually
It's
like
comfortably cool.
All right. Well, I'm going to do some
Dive in.
investigation. So Aramaa's gonna drop her pack, strip her cloak. She'll dress down. She won't go full nude, but
Well, yeah, you don't want to be. You were just rock climbing. You don't want to completely soak all your shit because then you will get wind chill will set in and you're gonna be
Yeah.
bad.
It's gonna
Yeah.
end up horribly.
yeah. So, but she will dress down, take off like the outermost layers, and she's gonna grab her aquata breather because she doesn't want to have to like. What is the breathing rule like? Holding breath rules rounds.
Yeah, I think it's rounds in
Let's see.
brawn.
Environmental.
I think it's rounds in brawn.
That's the wrong thing. Environmental effects is what I'm looking for. Concealment cover. Water and swimming. Swim. Completely submerged in water, yes, you may hold breath a number of rounds equal to
Brawn.
brawn. Once this number is reached, you start
And-
suffocating.
Yeah. So.
Trying to figure out if Cav should come along.
I think
Well,
Camo-
this is for research. And so it's always
Yeah,
good to learn.
I think I'll come along just in
I think
case.
Camo would
Yeah.
make
Just in case there's some sort of horror in here.
Boots will stay
Um,
above.
Axe, what were you saying?
I think Camo will make a secure place for all their belongings, so it doesn't like fall
Okay,
anything.
yeah. This is kind of like that pool you went before previously, but there's only like one large central crowning tree, and then there's several smaller offshoots which you think are kind of related to it. But there's definitely some kind of shoreline basically around this pool of more solid rock, and maybe even some of the Gardner space concrete that you can be like, okay, let's bundle up everybody's stuff and kind of look out for it. Aramaa presumably takes off the fusion lantern when she dresses down because
Mhm.
I don't know if those are waterproof.
Hey, are
Um,
lasers waterproof?
Or what?
Technically,
Lightsabers.
yes. In the Mon Cala episodes of Clone Wars, they're busting out lightsabers left and right. Technically,
Yeah.
I think
Bubble.
Obi-Wan shorts his out in the Phantom Menace. I think it just depends to make sure that you're not like getting too weird with it.
Yeah. Okay, so it's pretty much
Probably
like
modified ones for it.
so
You
it's
can just
probably
leave
some
it on your
sort
own.
of like threat to it that causes that.
Well, yeah, if you
That's right,
are
right.
engaging in underwater combat, there will be setback dice.
Okay.
But before
Because you are not amphibians.
I'll just keep the lightsaber on just in case.
This is probably like ditch your thermal cloaks and any of
Yeah.
your rucksack so you're not weighed down. But
Yeah.
anything on your
Down.
belt, clipped to your belt and stuff is fine.
So Aramaa will call to Camo's like, Camo, there's fire starter paste in my set. Get a good fire going so we can dry up quickly when we get back out.
On a commander.
Cool.
All right,
All right.
that would be like a simple or easy survival check. I'm not even gonna. You can start a fire.
Yeah,
Cool.
okay.
I'm
Also,
now.
It might be difficult if there was like a rainstorm or something, but I don't care. You
We
used
made
up
sure the
X1
weather was
fire
fine.
paste.
Yeah.
Like last session.
Boots though. What were you saying? You were gonna do.
Just gonna like basically do what Camo's doing to a degree, but basically just like secure the area, keep a lookout.
Alright. Boots is on Overwatch, Camo is prepping a
Yeah.
campsite, and the two Jedi go for a swim. Sploosh.
I assume it's like
Yes.
going like Kevin, just like as you probably know, it's like the water, it's straight into pure water and like a top thing and like an environment. That's
Maybe you
very hot.
you pop a little in your canteen, check it.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys have any portable labs, but if you're bold enough to like swish it around a little bit in your canteen because that has filters and then take a sip, it's just cool, clear spring water. Maybe has a slight mineral taste, but obviously nothing that would be harmful because there's filters in your canteen.
To me, it's more of a. I think Kevin is like, there's probably something at the device that's affecting the water, but he's not sure how.
Yeah, that would be a.
Yeah.
Ooh, actually, I don't know. I think at this point, that's what is alien technology, like xenology. That would be like. Actually, well, you have mechanics.
Yeah.
You might want to wait until the Jedi report back on whatever that weird object is, but
but like he's not gonna think about it much until they get more information about it.
But keep that in mind. You might be able to roll mechanics in a little bit to see if you can be like, okay, how does this work on a technological level? Yeah, because you are the only character I think with mechanics right now.
I have one in mechanics.
Oh, okay. So you might be able to offer some more mundane insights also. All right, but you guys pop your aquata breathers in.
Mm-hmm.
I think the pool's honestly like it is enough to completely submerge this orb, which is probably a couple meters across on a side or on a diameter or whatever circles.
Okay.
But it's not like theoretically there's roots and stuff down in here. You even if you guys like didn't have your breathers, you could probably get the surface pretty quick. It's just way more convenient to put on your breathing apparatus though, because man. Like, if you had some reeds, you could this is probably snorkeling depth. But, again, you don't have snorkels right now, so just, your fucking 8 hours of oxygen is probably fine.
I know, I think it's only 2 hours.
Oh, it's probably emergency. Okay, so you pop it in. You got a couple hours, though. It's a little rebreather.
Mm-hmm. But, so, submerge, and investigate said object.
Okay,
Yes.
how you want to do this? Like, check-wise? Like, are you gonna all get together?
Yeah.
I will say, unless, Kavis, you happen to have some field goggles with you, it is underwater and you do have human eyes.
Yeah.
So, it's not like salt or chlorine where it, like, bothers your eyes, but it is affecting your vision. So, if you may want to let Aramaa, like, be a primary check doer, because
I'll let her be the primary check.
She does not need goggles.
I wonder if, like, I shouldn't give you one of my helmet, but if you really needed it.
Nah. That'd be awkward.
Yeah, super awkward. I'll just let Aramaa be the primary.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so, let's see. Give me a... This is still pretty new. Let's go for another hard lore check.
Alright. Taking the time.
Sure.
Which means not taking any extra time.
So, are we just doing the skilled or unskilled?
Well, let's see. How's your...
Because I have 2 lore and 3 int.
Okay.
Well, I only have 2 lore and 2 int.
Alright, so roll as if you had 3 int, then.
Alright. Is that a green? Is that 1 blue? And...
Like, I could probably overcomplicate this by being the fact that, like, okay, how are you guys colluding underwater, but I don't really care.
Force.
Well, it's like 2 lore and 2
No,
lore.
they don't. And neither of them have telepathy brain juice.
Fair.
Yeah, both is 2 lore, so I don't think it would be 3 yellow.
No, it's just yellow,
it's just
green,
an extra green.
blue.
Yeah.
Okay, pretty good.
Okay.
All right, so you recognize this. This appears to be what you saw at the Hidden Garden, but intact. This is an actual Gardener core.
Oh.
And because it has been submerged underwater and sheltered by this tree, it looks like nothing has gone in and damaged the storage media inside it.
Oh.
So this is sealed and filled with macrobiotic, the fluid, the centillion fluid.
Oh, okay.
So this is basically like an intact alien battery / computer.
Holy shit.
Though obviously you'd have to be very careful about extracting it or hooking up to it. With your advantage, I'll kind of get some extra notes there. So it's been shielded by the the tree and the water. Obviously, they can still hold power, but this appears to still be... It's still got, like, tubes and connectors, like wires almost leaving it that go down into the ground. If you had to guess, this is still plugged into a power network of probably geothermal vents deep, deep below the bedrock of this thing, like way down in the foundation. So even though it rose up and eroded, it still got power. It may still be connected to some things. The problem is you gotta, like, get in there and kind of, sort out, like, translate the data.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was a thing in the big memo, was that even if we find it intact, we're gonna have, biology can't help you. You're gonna need to have archaeology figure out a way to, like, translate their language. You do have sense, though.
Yeah. Oh, well, as I said, it doesn't look like it's in a big bot, so yeah, I will sense.
Okay.
Let me make just a basic sense roll then. I will use that one light pip to activate.
Alright, are they all the same functions, or are they separate functions? Oh, sense.
Sense is... Wait, did I actually write it down on my character sheet, or I have to dig that up? No, to sense all living things within short range, including living non-sentient, may spend the force point to sense the current emotional state of one living target for which they are engaged.
Alright, so you're trying to sense the... Because you don't have, like, a discrete thought upgrade or anything yet, right?
No.
Okay. Yes, so you're sensing this thing at close. It has a vague colonial life signature, and you definitely get the impression that there is still actively energy in this thing, but you cannot necessarily make any further sense of where it's going. Is there a device? There's probably... wait, there are probably actually translation devices, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are.
Yeah, I assume
there
that
are
means you guys
a
don't
few.
have them, so I'm trying to think.
No.
And
Yeah.
honestly, especially since it's underwater, it's probably too complex of a task for you guys currently to, like, can we, like, figure a way to plug it into my data pad? That would probably not... That would be overcomplicating things.
Yeah.
If you guys do want to, like, pop out of the water and take a few seconds to, like, powwow that, you can, but
Yeah.
I don't know if that would be very productive as opposed to just...
Yeah.
Why don't we just tell the scientists about this and get this plot hook back later?
Yeah.
Give it to the science team.
With your sensing their emotional state or whatever, I will say that, like, again, this is it's like a biocomputer. Emotional state's a little weird, but in general, it does not seem agitated or distressed in any way overly.
Yeah, it's been here for who knows how long. It'll probably last.
It's in a very chill mood, if that makes sense.
Just chilling in its pool, relaxing, all cool.
Possibly
All right.
making a slight ominous, well, not even ominous, but like a gentle kind of warm.
Alright, but I'm gonna pull out and get out of the pool. And,
Do a big hair flip.
Yep. Water goes everywhere. And think on it, it's like, this is all very interesting stuff. I'm excited that we found more Gardener technology. The archaeology teams will be, well, excited is the least amount of words, but this hasn't given us any clues onto what has been freaking out the wildlife.
Oh man, you've given me such a one-liner.
I mean, yeah.
That would be this technology.
I guess we gotta wait for the Trandoshans to show up.
Well, are we at the top?
Yeah, it appears that, like, technically you could, like, climb this tree and get to the very tippy, but you're at the apex.
Yeah.
I want to climb a tree. Fuck yeah. Aramaa will climb the tree.
Okay, you get to the tippy top. It's a little cold out there. You want to go back down and dry off.
Oh, yeah, huh? I mean, I'll climb the tree after I dry off and re-gear.
Alright. Well, yeah, I kind of want to... How far behind are these guys? I think they're still like an hour. I think I should spend a point. I got like 2 right now, right? You can flip that back.
Yeah, you do.
Because I really just like the line of, like, but we don't have any idea what's disturbing these things. And I just kind of want suddenly there to be a squad of Trandoshans there. Just like, be like, oh, let's see, what should I, what's a good daring one line to be like?
I guess you aren't familiar with our work.
No, probably something like, that would be us, miss. And so there's a shitload of Trandoshans. And Radmus is there.
Oh no!
And his boys, and they got their guns all out on their hunter gear. And he's just like...
Aramaa is...
Yeah.
Congratulations on making it all the way up. You blazed quite a swift trail for us. He kind of chuckles to himself.
You know, just they have you said they had their guns out, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know, that's just you know, just, you know, hand twitching. And so like, what's the meaning of this?
No, it was just a simple hunt, but the local separatist leadership, or I should say separatist, I don't remember to S my S's, leadership, very interested in alien technology, like this. He points with his cane at the thing in the pool. Oh, they will pay us handsomely for it. We have been hunting in these parts for weeks now, trying to get higher, clearing out everything in our way. But this will be a handsome reward. Yes. Now we must only dispose of you.
Yeah, Omega, can I want to try. I wonder, like, what it would take to do it. As he's talking, what it would take for me to, like, wrap my arm around his, like, neck and hold a gun to his head?
Impossible.
Okay.
There's a bunch of guys.
There is a wall of meaty reptile men between you and him.
I guess I was just imagining if he was, like, in the front of the group or not.
No, he's surrounded by boys with guns.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, he's a
I
smart
was trying to see
boy.
if I could have made this like a reverse hostage situation.
He's a smart lizard.
No,
I got
I mean, you have quick draw. You could try and go for a, draw and shoot. That would drastically change the nature of the initiative checks being made in about 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is very much not a like. You're presumably still kind of standing by the campfire as the Jedi are getting their things back together.
Yeah.
But Aramaa will just, slowly get into that combat position and just go,
Yes.
starting a fight here would not be wise. I will urge you just once to lay down your arms and leave in peace.
Marth,
Aramaa goes in.
We're rolling initiative.
Yeah.
Marth, I hope you don't push them
making that sound
off.
out
Push them
loud.
off because they're like near the edge.
Oh no, they have ACP array guns. They've got Trandoshan space shotguns.
Yeah.
All of them, every single one. All right.
Yeah.
So they're gonna roll
Initiative.
cool. You guys should probably roll vigilance.
Okay.
I'm just going to double check everything I have.
So
Yes,
let's
good,
see.
good.
I think I think I said before. There's about half a dozen of his boys. We'll say they're in 2 minion groups because that's easier. And there's one
Okay.
Radmus.
I should have gone rapid reaction.
And this-
Nemesis.
Oh, scary.
The
He's a
Nemesis
big boy.
system.
I have to go for like stuff.
Oh,
That's a
Jesus.
lot.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of success.
Ah,
Why do you have two? You have
I
uncanny
have
reactions?
like 2. Yeah, reactions 2. And uncanny vigilance 2.
Reactions.
It's
It's reactions on other stuff?
oh
On initiative?
yeah. Yeah, I think it is called that.
I don't get anything extra on that.
Also,
Yeah,
beware
it
of
is
knocking
on
off the Nemesis
track.
off a ledge. Remember, if we don't see him die, he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
I need to get on.
Yeah.
This isn't a Disney movie where
Yeah.
it's like, oh, he's dead.
I was more thinking like pushing his
He
boys off,
survived
like,
by-
on the other guy.
He survived by laying on
I
a
mean, you're
branch
kinda-
that's like
There are some ledges, but you are
down.
also kind of sort of in a cave.
Okay.
Like,
fair.
just there's not a lot of convenient throw them off into the abyss hole.
The
I
fenestration.
was thinking
Yeah.
like the ground we had was like smaller.
No,
I'm
you got
not
you
sure
got a
he's
fairly
right.
wide berth. It's probably like a medium range all the way around this ring. But if you want to do
Right.
your shortest distance thing, you have to cut across the giant pool of water, which obviously is a thing that's difficult terrain
Yeah.
for most people.
Yeah.
It sounds
I
like
guess
I'm probably
technically
not
because you're swift, that means that Camo could just power swim or something. I don't know how that works.
I mean,
But
Yeah.
mechanically,
Swim
yes.
up waterfalls. Just,
Oh, so he's
I mean-
Azora.
yes.
Anyway, I need to roll.
With the
for these
or
guys.
link with the sword tunic.
got Swift and
So they have one cool, but there's 3 members. So that they have 1 presence. Sorry, but they have 3 members. So that's 2 upgrades. So that upgrades the yellow and then adds the yellow.
oh,
I'll roll it separately for chances. Okay, so currently we're looking at... Sorry, I'm just doing my math first. 2 PCs. 2 PCs, right? Yeah. Because the 2 Jedi rolled shitloads.
That's 3.
I probably
two
should. I probably should have put the extra point vigilance now. I guess
PCs.
probably next.
So then I gotta roll for him. Okay, so this is roll 2 cool. No, 3 cool, but 2 presents. That is yeah. Anything else for this?
Yeah.
No, okay. None of that stuff counts. No, it's cool checks. That doesn't work. Okay. Sorry, just double checking the stat line because now it's been like almost a week since I wrote these because I didn't use them last time right away.
I got you.
Oh, 4 success. Okay.
Wow.
So
Okay.
Go, dude.
So
comes
PC and
this.
DC.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. Well, you guys still have the first slot.
Is it okay if I ask?
Yeah, I'm about to say it's time to remind everybody. Axe is the rogue, so he does have the ability to do extra boost dice when he hits somebody who hasn't gone first.
I kind of want to because I'm
Go.
Okay, so I'm gonna quick draw and grab both my pistols, and I'm gonna try to shoot 2 separate of like the.
You cannot do that.
Okay.
Wait, actually, I'm pretty sure you can't do that without a talent.
There's a talent for it.
Yes, there is definitely a talent to assign extra your additional hits to a different character, but I don't think you can 2-weapon fighting on separate targets. Let me double check just to be sure.
What we don't know
I'm pretty
is
sure
that
Kirby
apparently
had that talent.
Yes, because he was a gunslinger, so he had the ability to apply extra hits with his linked weapons to different targets.
What we don't know is that Camo secretly shifted style switch into Gunslinger.
I mean, whatever I do my 3rd tree once I ever get there is what I do with it, so we'll see.
Not if you ever get there, you'll get there. You could have gotten there ages ago. You guys are just really weird about specializations.
I'm just trying to get through most of my end stuff on my 1st tree, because it's really nice.
That's not it. Fire, blah, blah. What is it? What am I looking for?
I need to get that.
Okay, 2-weapon combat. You make a combined check. Primary weapon, secondary weapon.
After I get quick drop, the next thing I'm getting
Some of
into
the dice
another
pool.
quick strike, so yeah.
Skill is low. Ranks in. Yeah, I believe it has to be all on the same target. So yeah, you need the gunslinger talent to actually split up.
Gotcha. Then I'll just double pistol the main guy with stun.
Actually, very good question. Are you at short range? I think.
I wonder if we're entering. Yeah.
No. They came up kind of the path into this area, so there's kind of the ruined steps behind them. So I'm guessing they're probably at medium range because they would have immediately been like, "Hello, we are here."
Okay, then I'm gonna do a thing where it's
What's
like,
up, my homies?
is there cover within short range of them?
Oh, actually, I don't think there's a lot of cover in this cave. There are some trees. I suppose it doesn't matter too much if you wanted to. Well, okay, so remember that's 2 maneuvers because that's maneuver to move to short and then to get into cover. But yes, you could take a maneuver to get into cover. I don't think it really matters.
Oh, by the way,
too much.
I found the talent that it's called Spitfire. After a successful combined check with 2 ranged light weapons, additional hits can be allocated to other targets within the range of the weapon.
Yeah, that's
Gotcha.
Spitfire. But okay, yes. So, you want to scoot to short?
Yes.
Okay, and you get into cover?
Yes. And also this means, let's see, I also moved once, so, it means them shooting me will have to upgrade their check.
Okay.
Once.
And you get +1 on your defense. Alright. So you're with stun setting. You're going to try and attack Radmus the Dapper Trandoshan.
Yeah, so, okay, so...
Alright, so he has...
cover, so that's 2, so I take a 2 strain, and I take 2 strain for
you
doing
take 2 strain.
the penalty. So that's 4.
Oh, you're taking 2 strain to reduce the penalty. Okay.
Yeah,
all right. So, you're at short range. So normally this would be an easy check, but he has adversary 2, so it's red perp.
Okay.
And he has 1 defense because he's wearing armored clothing. So you add 1 black to that. Is that everything? Yes. And roll him.
All right. Let's see. Boost. And there. Just to check it out again. Okay, yeah, alright. Does not matter because that black still can curve up, so it's red, purple, set back. Damn.
That's a lot of advantage, though.
Yeah, you mostly rolled advantage, so that's 3 failures, 6 advantage, so you can't... Hold on, actually, since I'm looking at this... Per weapon... Okay, no, you have to succeed and then spend advantage to get a hit with your secondary, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's loud.
Wait a second. I recognize that instantly. Time to start creating characters in Knights of the Old Republic.
Alright, let's see. So, I said we was probably gonna go next. So, I'm just gonna make, let's see, what can I do with 6 advantage to make it to like...
Okay, well, let's see. Let's pull up the chart. What do we got here?
Grab a chart again.
Combat. So, advantages. For 2, you can add a black to the targeted character's next check. You've already done 2 maneuvers, so you cannot do a free maneuver. You could recover a bunch of that strain you just took.
Yeah, let me just grab it one more time. Get to it.
You could give him a black per 2 advantage. You heal 1 strain per advantage. The 3s, you have to be...
Force the target to drop a melee range. Drop a melee range weapon wielding. Negate the target's enemy and its defensive bonuses.
Yeah, but that's only 1 defense.
Oh, okay.
There's no ongoing environmental effect here, because there's not a lot of mist or anything. You could spend 3 to increase your range defense again.
Yeah, let's give him a black, I think.
Alright. It's 2. You've got 4 more. What are you doing?
Yeah. That's the closest one. I think I'm probably gonna get melee range defense. I'll take the...
Well, instead of giving him a black, you could just split the difference and do... Because you've got 6, you could just do 1 + 1 range + 1 melee. But that only really helps you.
Yeah, I wanted more if I give him a black, and then, like, I think I'll heal 1 of my strain.
Okay. And then you're just gonna... I mean, they've all got guns.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take range defense, so...
Alright. So you are currently at
defense,
+2 range defense because you're in cover,
upgrade.
and you kind of... You're trying to catch him with stuns, so you kind of like try and angle your shots. They go a little wide, but they kind of, go over his head, keep his head down, keep everybody's head down.
And I did 2 maneuvers, so they get 2 upgrades, because it's equal to how many maneuvers?
No, it's maneuvers to move.
Okay. No, just... combat checks starting equal to number of maneuvers performed. Okay, so just 1.
Well, I'm like, no, that's definitely not just maneuvers, because then you could be like, I aim!
Okay,
nope.
fair. I was just thinking moving to cover was a movement thing.
No.
Sure.
That is, taking cover is just a maneuver to take cover. It's like taking a guarded stance, but it's how they fluff getting...
I'm gonna heal that strain.
Yeah, and you heal 1 strain. Okay, it is a NPC slot. Let's see.
I'm just amazed that check failed spectacularly.
Well, that's how that works out sometimes. You roll a lot of advantage. Yeah. Okay, nope, he will go.
Nope.
For his action, he will activate Hunter's Quarry. He will point at Aramaa and say, "Get her, boys!" So he will roll a hard survival check. Actually. Well, it's an NPC ability, so I say it works that way. I was thinking to myself, actually, I don't know if Hunter's Quarry, because this is a talent that some characters can take, upgrades it for anybody, but in the short version of the notes of the adversary I stole a lot of these abilities from, it just says upgrade all combat checks targeting them, so I think it's for everybody.
Sure. I'll take it.
Yes, so he's going to roll... What's his survival pool? It's going to be big. Okay, so he's 4 survival, 3 cunning.
Damn.
This guy is a nemesis. So
Nemesis.
Yeah. 3 difficulty dice, and 1 setback.
I want to make upgrade and check for him, but we'll see. You want to upgrade or not? No?
Stars.
Okay, 2 success. Alright. All combat checks targeting Aramaa are upgraded once until the end of his next turn.
I tried.
Okay.
Fine.
Well, yeah, that's his action, so he's not shooting.
Yeah.
And then for his maneuver, he will, let's see. Yeah. He'll just, and he'll kind of take his cane and kind of chuff one of the guys on the left, and he'll be like, "And take care of that one shooting at me." So they will take a maneuver. They maneuver to engage for free on his turn, because he's spending his maneuver. They will move to engage with Camo.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So Camo, you now have 3 angry Trandoshans engaged with you.
Great.
And that is his turn. Because he doesn't want to... actually, no. He'll take 2 strain. Because he could do that.
Yeah.
I'll start the strain train on him. And he will take a guarded stance. So he gets +1 How does that work? He gets +1 melee defense?
Yes.
All right, until
But also takes 1 black for something.
All right.
What was it?
So that means that he's got a lot of melee defense right now.
He's the commander type. He's just ordering his guys to hit
Oh yeah,
harder.
no, he explicitly has support abilities.
I mean,
So
support abilities
he
are really good in
takes
this game.
he kind of holds his cane in a defensive manner. All right, that's him. So it's now 2 PC slots.
Cortosis
Yes.
Kane. That actually sounds fun.
I believe the Jedi should go, so that way they can get the lightsabers out.
If I go all, I'm not gonna draw a lightsaber because apparently I'm gonna get shot at a lot. So
I mean, I would think that's definitely why you want to draw a lightsaber so you can deflect.
Yeah.
How many dudes are there? Like 6 of them?
Yeah, there's 6 and 2 minion groups of 3.
All right, cool. So
Well, I could deflect, or I can like go prone and like die for cover. I mean, or die for cover. Because does going prone and being in cover stack?
I think it does.
Yes, because going prone doesn't doesn't increase your defense as such as it gives them a black die.
Yeah.
So it would stack.
So yeah.
Also, they are only at medium range. They could just no, they're minions, so that would take 2 maneuvers. It would take them a while.
Yeah.
But they could still. Somebody could hoof up to you and just start kicking you on the ground.
It's like, get up there, lady.
But alright, yeah. You are allowed to make your own decision, so if you think dropping prone would be more what you're going for, go for it.
No, they said a bunch of guys just moved into Engage with Camo, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So there are 3 back at medium, kind of clustered around him. There's him, he's got a defensive stance. And then there's 3 who he kind of, like I said, told to go block up Camo.
Well, then I'm gonna go move to. I will.
Theoretically, is it 2 maneuvers to move from medium to long?
Yes, but I'm trying to think. It'd be 2 maneuvers to move from medium to engaged as well.
Yes.
I wouldn't be able to. Oh wait, no, I have fucking Oh wait, but I wouldn't have. Fuck. No wait, I will.
Somebody
I don't
else
do.
could go if you want to see if that changes the tactical situation. I know
No,
Kavis has
I-
quick draw.
No, so what Aramaa is going to do? She is going to spend 2 maneuvers using 2 strain.
Okay.
To dash into engage with the group engaging Camo. And she is just going to go for a spinning back fist with her backhand shot glove. Because this is
Okay.
the main reason why I get this thing.
Okay. They don't have any defense or anything, so go for it.
Now, so that means roll.
I assume that's an easy check. Or normal.
No, average
Yeah.
for melee.
Average.
Okay.
Alright, yep. But what this means is now I'm engaged with them.
Oh,
So-
now it's harder for me to shoot them back.
Just punch them.
Just punch them. And
Okay.
with that, let's see. If I was to...
Well, you can negate the threat, and you can add 1 to your damage, and then
Yeah, I
you could
think
add
I'll just-
more to your damage, but then you're giving into the dark side and getting more conflict and more strain and more destiny points. So really, you
Yes.
should do it. You should just punch the shit out of these Trandoshans. Just take care of them. Clean their clocks.
Yeah, really.
What's
knock
our-
the
what's
blood
our
out
pull
of
at- what's our
them.
pull at right now?
I flipped 1, so I
Uh,
think it's like 4-1 again.
Yeah, it's 4-1. Yeah.
Yeah, 4-1.
I don't want to use the last one until we get some back. Oh wait, no, it's 4
No, it's
light.
the other way around,
Yeah.
yeah. You
Yeah.
guys
Oh,
have,
yeah,
all,
then
you
fuck
guys have
it
all the
then.
points.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll flip it back.
We
So
would-
I'll move
yeah,
up to 5 conflict, take another 2 strain. But let's see here. 2.
Well, you should spend at least 1 force point to get no threat.
Yeah. And then actually I'm gonna convert those to I'm gonna spend 3 on advantage and 1 damage.
Okay.
Because I'm going to take 2 advantage to get another maneuver so I may draw my lightsaber.
And
That's
then
pretty
you've
good.
got 1 left, so what are you going to do?
Damage. Oh.
No, it's advantage. Because you turn... Oh, wait, no,
I turned
because that's
3.
2 advantage total. That's right. Because
Yeah.
you're at -1. Okay, got it. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right, so 2 damage. What's your base damage?
Base damage is +2 +2. 6. I mean
So-
4 plus success.
Okay, so
That's-
6 total.
Ah,
You have any pierce on that or anything?
Nope.
All right,
Okay, I
you
think
do
it's
1
done.
wound.
Alrighty.
yeah, I do
These
have
are
to
Minion
say
boys
something
with 3 brawn and +2 soak. So they have 5 total soak.
here.
But basically, really, I think you go for like a backhand like push away strike on one of them, which leaves your offhand free to actually probably your given hand because you're using the backhand shot glove to draw your lightsaber with the other one and just all right. Yeah. All right. Jiden, other Jedi, more of a Jedlet, really.
I haven't said
I think
either way.
that's because that's Aramaa's offhand weapon is her shot glove.
Okay.
Camo seems to be in the opinion of stunning this guy, but
I assume because we want to question him and shit.
Seems
But I
pretty
guess
straight.
if
I mean, yeah, you're taking your initiative. That's fine. There has been no conscious choice that you're holding back. Aramaa did just draw her lightsaber, but she hasn't hit anybody with it yet. So
Yeah, I'm just okay. Right,
you must make your own decisions.
Mhm.
Her punch was very angry. It was a
Let me
very
check.
angry punch. Just if only these boys weren't so chuffy.
Okay, I'm going to do a quick draw of my lightsaber. Okay, and let's see here. Right, it's medium distance for the other groups,
Yeah,
but
medium distance for the boys in the back.
and that's short for the other one.
Yes.
Okay. Wait, how much strain do I have? 0.
Shouldn't be too much, yeah.
Okay. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go all the way over there.
Okay, where?
I'm going to go engage with one of the other groups that are
You
back.
guys are making this really hard for me, for me to fight back.
Punch them! Knife them!
I'm just
I'm
going
gonna
to
try that. Let's see.
go attack one of the other main groups that are...
Alright, so you spend 2 maneuvers to go from short to there, and then to engage with,
Yeah. I guess
the group
medium
in the back.
back.
Yeah,
Medium
you
group
back group,
number
okay.
2.
Okay. Damn it, they're not gonna get to shoot anything with their dumb guns.
Damn, I'm an idiot. I could have re-rolled that range light check. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Now I'm going to lightsaber.
Okay.
Why? And it's just purple, or do they melee defense?
No, I don't have any defense.
Okay.
They just got shotguns.
All dice have canceled out. Nothing happens. You go for like a sprint and strike, and they just whoosh, duck on right. Ring. Ah. They wow you. Okay, it's an NPC slot, because that was 2 maneuvers and an action from Kavis. The team engaged with Aramaa and
I think it's engaged with all of us.
Camo will go.
I'm not engaged.
Okay. Everyone's gone so far.
Alright, don't be bitter about it. You don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything. Yeah, let's see. Do I want to... Aramaa, did you do something to improve your range defense?
No.
Okay.
I just got into engaged with their other boys.
I did not.
No, this is the guy who are engaged going.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, then I have not done anything to engage.
I'm just wondering if they should try and claw you or they should back up and shoot.
I just because it's like technically they could shoot.
Yeah, they're not gonna worry about Camo. And they do have a blue to their next. No, he gave them a maneuver. That's right. He didn't give them a blue. Okay. No, let's go with Brawl. Because they're upgraded. So, Aramaa, they just kind of, one hand or offhand their guns, and they just start swiping at you with giant lizard claws. Because you hit them. So they get an upgrade on this check. So they roll 2 difficulty, but you have, 2?
2 defense,
Yeah.
Yes.
2 success, 2 threat. So you get to figure out how to do this threat. This is basically the same as if they shot you. They do 6 total damage before soak.
Okay. So, let's see here. My soak is, 4?
Mm-hmm.
I could... I think I'm gonna take that damage, because I could deflect, but I'd be spending 4 strain.
You'd be spending a lot more
strain?
strain than you'd be avoiding damage.
Yeah.
You could just also get
Why 4 strain?
I'm not 4 strain, 3 strain, but
Yeah.
I'd only be
It's
reducing
still
2 damage.
it's 3 strain to reduce what, 2 wounds?
Yeah.
No, 3 wounds.
Well, no, but there's
Because
only
it's
2
two-
available is the thing.
Because it's 2 wounds plus 1 rank. And,
Yeah, but she's only taking 2 wounds after soak, so it's not
Yeah.
worth it.
Okay.
So you get slashed up a little bit.
you
Oh no, your navel is exposed.
Oh no!
Oh no.
How lewd!
How lewd! Padawan, avert your eyes!
As he's wrestling with his own 3 giant lizardmen who are like 2 meters tall and covered in spikes.
So,
Want to take it for a minute?
No. I need to look real quick. Personal combat, that's what it is. It won't take me long.
I got the short route.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, the thing that's just that table.
Oh, sweet. Pull that
So
up. Excuse me.
2, they can add a blue to your next check. They can suffer 1 black. You can immediately perform a free maneuver.
No, I'm gonna take a free blue.
All right. So they do get you, but the momentum of battle shifts so that you're clearly on the, you cycle back onto your proper foot.
I let them take the hit, so I may have the advantage on them.
All right. It is now a PC slot again, right? Yeah, it's Boots.
Yay. Well, pardon me, I think I misheard. Did Kavis draw his lightsaber when he went into melee?
Oh, yeah, no, he tried to chop
swung
those
at them,
guys. Both lightsabers are out.
In which case, okay, yeah.
Shoot the other
To
one,
avoid shooting into melee, I'm going to do something completely different and spend
well,
some
I mean,
extra
there's
strain.
still 2 people that can still be hit.
Nope.
Well,
That are not in melee.
Nope. All groups are in melee.
Okay.
Well, all minion groups.
Yes.
There's only one
Oh,
guy.
both
There's only the boss.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
One guy
I mean, I could try
dogpiled
to
Camo and
shoot the
Aramaa
boss.
specifically engaged with those guys, and then Kavis engaged with the other guys.
I could try to
Okay.
shoot the boss. However, though, I see that Kavis is up against 3 guys by himself, so despite being a Jedi, Boots will draw his knife and then try to get into melee. So
Naturally.
spending that strain.
All right. Okay, so here's the rub. You're at medium range. You cannot draw your knife and also engage with them in 1 round.
Shit.
That's 3 maneuvers.
You
So
got stun grenade?
Yeah,
that won't
throw
go-
stun grenades
Yeah, that
where
won't go
Kavis
wrong.
is.
that won't go poorly. Also, no, do you have stun grenades?
I have normal grenades. I could put on my launcher and shoot at people. That's a terrible idea.
That is a bad idea in this situation.
Actually, I'm starting to feel like you have some weird ideas of what gear people are carrying.
Okay, hold on. Kavis, do you...
I'll
Marth,
admit, sometimes I feel like Axe has it seems almost like Axe has a little bit too much of a video gamey view of gear. You can throw grenades at them. No, he can't. There's a guy right there. Oh, but he'll be fine. Being flashbanged by your own team still sucks. Trust me.
Friendly
I
fire
know.
is off, right?
Sorry.
But speaking of friendly fire, Marth, do you trust me? Would you be...
I totally trust you. Gotta
I do
remember,
have-
everybody getting shot in the back.
I do have 1 free reroll.
Okay, go. Just do it.
Boots will take cover behind a nearby tree if possible, and then just shoot.
All right.
Oh, wait,
Against,
spending strain
the minion
to
group with
aim, if
Kavis, right?
possible? Yeah.
You were already on guard, so I'm assuming you probably already have your rifle out.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, no, that's on
I
your.
think it's
You put
quick draw
that on
for it.
your grenade, your quick draw thing. But yeah, you probably already have your rifle out. So, did you?
Let's see
You want to
here.
take 2 strain to aim?
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
All right.
And medium range?
Yes,
but
they're medium
upgrade one of
range,
those-
so you upgrade it once, so it's red per.
Okay, good.
No, just a threat.
Hey,
Excuse me.
watch out those 2 threat beam game masks.
Well, we handle successes first. So, what's your total damage here?
Let's see. Going with my normal rifle, which is 9 damage plus 3 for deadly accuracy plus 3 success. So a total of 15.
All right. So
For
Does it have any pierce? Or
we
anything?
shave
PS1.
5 off that. Then you do 6 wounds, and a Trandoshan boy goes down.
It's
You
pierce
shoot a
1.
lizardman. And then that was 5 and then 6. That's 11. So you got 4 left. That won't get through the next guy's soak, but you do drop 1 guy. I'm going to save you those 2 advantage. You're going to add a black die to Kavis's next check, because while you don't shoot at him per se, there is still now a lot of fire going on around him, so he has to be careful next time.
Okay.
I'll take that.
But you did
Sorry.
kill 1 Trandoshan. Blarg. Blarg.
Okay.
Oh no,
Alright.
I'm dead.
NPC slot. Those guys who are engaged with Kavis. They're gonna spend a maneuver to disengage,
Okay.
because there's not 2 of yous on him. And then they will just get their guns out and fire at you.
Okay.
So they're gonna just roll.
Yeah, no defense for me.
So there's 3 of them, so that should be... They have ranged heavy, yes. So that's 2 upgrades to their agility, 1 difficulty because it's short range, no setback, but they spend a maneuver to disengage. Alright, so you take 8 damage before soak.
No pierce?
Nope. ACB
Okay,
or Reagan?
I'm just checking. Okay, so 8 damage for soak. That would be... Screw it, I'll just take the wounds.
Alright, you get blasted a little bit. They'll spend that on advantage to give whoever goes next for them their next end of a blue. As they kind of suppress at you.
Yeah, I have a question.
Particle blasts go everywhere.
Is there similar penalties for shooting into melee if you're already in the engaged range with them?
Yes, if you are engaged with the target, you take penalties to fire, but they're increased difficulty, not upgrades.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I assume
For
if this is
instance,
One for short.
well, yeah, it still counts as a short check because you're engaged. You add difficulty based on it. So these guys, for instance, are using ranged heavy weapons. If they had just stayed engaged with Kavis and not taken the maneuver, they would have rolled a hard check because it would be +2 difficulty because they are ranged heavy weapons. Ranged lights only +1, and gunnery cannot be done.
Yeah, it's too big.
And I'm using range of light, so
You would get +1 difficulty, but
so it'd be
also because Aramaa is still engaged with them, you do still upgrade.
Oh, okay. I just thought that was what I was asking.
No, they do. Those are two separate instances. So.
Okay.
On the other hand, these guys do not appear to be willing to shotgunno, so you could just try and knife or otherwise wrestle them.
Yeah, let's try out these knives.
Well, okay, it's a new round though, so you want to go first?
Okay, you want to go first or not? Because otherwise I'll try.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay, so, what I'm gonna do is I got one blue already, but I have my lightsaber out, so I'm gonna take one maneuver to aim. I'm gonna strike, and I'm gonna smack around some Trandoshans. How dare they? So some yiggy, some yiggy with some puh-puh.
Basically, I'm imagining that somehow you guys are on like separate sides of the pool from each other. So like on one side there's Kavis lightsabering these guys as Boots kind of gingerly shoots around him, and then on the other side there's just a fucking brawl with 3 Trandoshans, a Jedi, and an Ark.
Yeah, and it's like I'm just dodging being punched.
Okay.
So we'll take a strain, obviously.
I will take that strain.
That's
so
9
that's what,
damage.
9? Yeah, 9
Yes.
unreduced. So that's a dead Trandoshan. Just zoom. His torso falls in 2 pieces.
Oof. So let me see.
And then you do 3 damage to the next guy because his soak doesn't count at all. That's most of a Trandoshan.
All right. I forget. I can still take a maneuver. I have to suffer the strain,
Yes.
and I will suffer 2 strain, and I will disengage.
All right. So you just jump back.
Yes.
All right.
I cartwheel out.
All right. It is now an NPC slot. Radimus will go because otherwise his upgrade will end. So, you know how he's got that cane?
Mhm.
It's got kind of a curved head. He lifts it up and points it at you like it's a gun, and then it fires, so it is a gun.
Oh no! Swordwig.
Okay, so
Deceiver!
Is it a giant like grenade flare gun?
no, it's just got a blaster hidden in it. If you had tried to search him over for this, which I don't think anybody did, was like, what's this guy carrying? But you would have added 2 black to detect it's a weapon.
Fair.
But now the jig is up. But still, okay. So you are at medium range from him. What's his ranged heavy? He has also 4 in that. Okay.
Damn.
So it's medium, so 2 difficulty. You have 2 defense.
Yes.
He has a setback because he's still doing his defensive stance. But he does have 1 boost because it is accurate 1. And he will leave it at that. He will not aim.
Okay,
actually,
you're
wait,
probably
he
gonna
does
want
upgrade
to
this
select
one
this
more.
one.
So it's this one.
Oh, he gets his own buff applied to himself?
Jesus.
Yeah, it does. He
Jesus!
only gets 1 success. Okay, so you would take 9 damage total before soak. It's damage.
Okay. 9, that's 4. I will deflect.
Alright.
So I would take 3 to reduce 3. I'll take 2. 2 wounds. So I'm up to 4 wounds. Alright.
Could have been worse. Damn, you rolled well.
He will recover 1 strain and force you to drop your lightsaber.
Righto.
So you deflect it kind of up by the hilt, and your center of gravity gets away from you, so your lightsaber flops out of your hand.
Mm-hmm.
He heals 1 strain.
Say goodnight, Floppy.
Okay.
He lizard chuckles. And with his maneuver, he will... No, they have to be at short range, okay.
Oh, okay. So he's gonna get...
those guys still at short range? Yeah, they are. They only moved once. To get to Camo, because Camo moved up. Actually, no, they're already engaged. He will still, to the one that just got lightsabered, he will be like, get them already. So he will give them a boost die on their next check with his maneuver. And then he is done.
Okay.
Alright, so...
PC slot.
Yeah, I go?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm engaged with them, so technically it only would upgrade it to, like, a average check, or would it be
Yeah,
hard
they
check?
would just add 1 difficulty. If you want to just shoot him.
Can I just disengage to make it an easy check?
Yeah, you can spend a maneuver. That means you're going to lose your benefit of cover, though.
Actually, then I'll just aim.
Okay.
Take it.
It's fine.
The average check.
You're just going to aim around this tree and shoot them. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, let's see.
And I'm just assuming you are taking... Are you doing a 2-weapon attack?
Yeah, I'm doing 2-weapon attack.
Are you taking the strain to not add an extra die?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure for the audience and
Yeah,
for
I was
you
about to
remember
say
to keep jotting down that strain.
I was about to say to calculate all that.
Okay,
Nice.
sorry.
Boost.
Oh, that's dangerous. I'm retweeting that.
Roll. Nothing else? Just the average check?
Yeah, they don't have any defense or anything, so yeah.
Alright, cool. This should be it. Okay. Alright, so then that means I have
Oh, one more.
point
unless
blank,
you
so
got
that's
a
9,
superior.
that's 9, so that's 12.
Okay.
12, and technically I shot twice, so it is
Oh yeah,
2.
that's right. You have linked, so is it only
Yes.
one?
It's only
Okay.
1.
I was about to say, oh, that's such a shame. Then I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, I
Okay,
just
so let's
need
apply
to-
soak. That's at 5. So what was your total again?
12 each.
12. 12, and then a second hit at 12. So 5 off the first one leaves 7. That guy only has 3 wounds, so he's donezo.
Yeah, he's already wounded too.
Yeah. So he's definitely donezo. And then that was 3 off 7. So 4 more won't get through the next guy's soak. So the first hit stops at the first guy. But then the second one comes in, and that's 12 minus 5 is 7. He only has 6 wounds, so he's also done. So you just... I'm imagining you're standing behind a tree, you just reach a pistol around both sides of the trees and just plug. There you
I
go.
seem like they're about to they grab up their guns to shoot me through the tree, and I just shoot them in the face.
They flop in a heap. Rasmus kind of rubs the bridge of his lizard nose. Okay. It is an NPC slot. The guys fighting Camo and Aramaa are done.
So I assume that slot's the one at the end. I guess is gone.
Yeah, we'll shave that one off the end just because that's easier. And in fact, where did that even go? There it went.
It was like 30 minutes ago. So.
I will just steal it and shave the last one off.
They're like, hey, the combat's going long enough that the session will be a full length session at least.
Okay. So this is the second NPC slot. It's got to be the guys. Let's see. Marth did say to BRB to get dinner.
Let's see. So the NPC slot happened, then I did PC slot. So we definitely have one more PC slot to go.
Oh, actually, wait. No, it is a PC slot right now. That's right. You guys got
So
2.
I guess Loth, you want to try again?
Okay, well,
Well, it has
since
to be
Marth-
Boots, because otherwise
Yeah.
we're
Marth-
sitting here with our thumbs up our ass until Marth
Yeah.
comes back.
his mouth stepped away. I guess I'll try another shot.
They did disengage, so they are now just at medium range, so it's 2 purple.
No setback, so I'll use my maneuver to aim since I'm conveniently behind it. Yeah, boy.
Blasted Randoshans.
Yeah. 1 success, so a total of 13 before soak.
5, that leaves 8. One of them goes down.
Hey, I'll spend those 3 advantage to give Marth 3 boost.
Okay. So there's 1 minion left, and there's the boss. So I gotta be honest. I think what happens here is I'm gonna like flip a destiny point for the nemesis to get away, and then the last guy standing is gonna realize he's in a bad way, and he's just gonna yell something in lizard, just like "Rawr!" And he's just gonna dash off, like grab Redmus and be like, dash back down the path.
Yeah.
And and Redmus, shakes his cane at you and he says, I'll get you next time, Jedi. Next time.
I wonder how
Get
he's
you
gonna get
next
down there
time,
safely.
Gadget.
With story powers.
Fair.
I mean, he disappears off screen and then where he goes, you guys don't know.
Yeah.
They have a line, they have a secret shortcut they found. They have something only
unexpected-
they can climb because they have lizard hands.
Oh yeah, they could probably climb vertical, upward vertical platforms. Yeah.
Like there's a sudden gust of wind and everyone has to shield their eyes, and when it's gone, it's just gone.
Maybe
Yeah,
he had a secret hand glider. You don't know.
Better
Parachute.
yet,
Okay.
No,
I'm not
they
gonna
don't
roll
smoke
through
bomb
and
out.
ask
But
you,
yeah,
like, how many
the
times
last
it has to be
guy,
banged
there are
out
now 5 dead Trandoshans. So, you now have 5 space shotguns.
Cool.
They are literally ACP array guns straight out of the book, which are straight out of Republic Commando.
Could you put the name in the chat so I could just...
Yeah, ACP array gun.
Oh,
You can spell array and ACP.
Okay.
Cheat sheet weapon.
Back with dinner.
While you
So
were gone,
what's-
Boots shot 2 more of them, and then they decided to skedaddle.
Okay.
APC array.
Oh,
ACP,
also for-
excuse me.
Purposes of bookkeeping, that means that I flipped a destiny point back.
Okay, so one group skedaddled.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they grabbed the boss and they ran away. It's this thing. Hence why I made sure to verbalize the chuck noise.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
I find that it's interesting that its grip is on the side.
Alright, so combat
Yes, but it's also which is also the cocking handle.
It's like a space
Ah.
spaz.
Alright.
Yeah, it's a close quarters weapon using accelerated particles.
Oh, interesting. During Clone War, weapons was used by Trandoshan mercenary.
Yeah, like I said, it's from the Republic Commando game originally.
Yeah.
Something like the Trojans, I guess, designed for like the kind of warfare.
I believe when
Sounds,
you pick it up, like the guy specifically talks about Trandoshans being like old-fashioned with these kinds of weapons.
And then in the Clone Wars series, you see actually there's a couple of shots with scatterguns where there's Trandoshans shooting them.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
each one of these is fucking 3E, so
Yeah, they heavy.
they have
yeah.
it done.
Yeah, Blast 5 stun setting, 6-3 short.
Never got to use blast, sadly, but
Thank God for that. Oh, but
I assume
Aramaa
they do the
will-
damage and then do 5 extra scatter damage.
Okay.
No.
no, it depends on what they're doing.
Okay.
So blast works 2 ways. If you miss, you can spend 3 advantage to hit with your blast rating, do base damage equal to your blast, so you can still hit them with the splash even if you don't hit them dead on. And then the other effect is you can activate blast to hit all other targets engaged with the original target, so you can hit the people
Yeah.
standing around them.
It's also got 3 hard points, so it's actually really customizable.
Yes, they're heavy, as Aramaa notes. They're E3, so I don't know if you guys want to take them as take any as trophies or loot, but you
Yeah,
have to
let's
consider
okay.
your own encumbrance
Okay, I
situation.
guess I'll roll for...
Yeah, that's
Yes,
what I
Yes,
was
and
saying.
the combat is over. You guys can roll to recover strain.
Yeah.
Mhm. No, I gotta double check a rule.
That was it, basically. They had claws and they had their own special hunter armor, I guess, but not really a big deal. Radmus had his cane, which is also a blaster, armored clothing, and he had his little eye prosthetic, and that's about it.
Oh, damn.
But he's out.
But he left.
I assume getting back strain. Trying to...
Yes. Well, it added a success, so you heal 2, as opposed to 1.
Yeah, so I have 3 strain, so...
You know
Oh
what?
yeah, Kavis got shotgunned a little bit.
Yeah, he said that actually got hurt. It surprisingly worked out.
No, Aramaa took a couple of wounds.
Oh, yeah.
I have 4. I have 4 right now.
Oh, because you didn't heal any from the last one, either.
Have
you
spare
stim packs
encumbrance
today?
and space?
Nope.
I'm gonna take one of those shotguns if you guys don't mind.
Go for it. Loot.
I'll check I'll go, give, a once over, the rest of the Trandoshans to see if there's just anything relevant.
No, I mean... Let's see. Wait, no.
Damn it. I wish they would just put all the talents in the books so I don't have to go oh, these are new talents. I'm like, I need all the talents, though.
Yeah, they really needed to... I hope... Again, I'm presuming production is probably not going anywhere, but I know a lot of people are like, for the love of God, do a talent compendium. Because they've done one for gear, they've done one for NPC stats, which is great, and they've done one now for vehicles. So
Character comics would be great, yeah.
a character compendium would be great.
Just for, all
Okay,
the talents.
so...
At the very least, a list of all talents and all universal specs or whatever.
Like the Book of Feats for Pathfinder and stuff.
Yeah, but, so, rules question here. So, balance just says you can, recover
Yes,
additional
we
strength
covered
from
this before. It only says spend force points, and it says that the exact same thing in the expanded talent list. So,
Yeah.
You should roll force on
So
it.
it doesn't matter if I use
it
light
doesn't
or...
matter if they're light or dark. You just activate
Okay.
the pips.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna activate them pips. Which...
That's a lot of
is-
strain recovery.
That's
Okay.
what balance is all about.
Yep.
Any
So that's
credits, I
8.
guess?
Alright.
So I've gone from 10 to 2.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, balance.
All right.
Right.
Oh, did I actually?
Doing-
Yes, I did. Camo, between the 5 guys who are down, you find about 50 credits in their pocket. That's about
All
it.
right. I was just checking for other stuff, but sure.
No, literally their gear list is gun, claws, armor.
Gotcha.
Wow, so they just free climb this shit.
No, they have claws, yeah.
Probably some harness.
These guys have 3 brawn.
They don't care. Mountains, whatever. Alright. Well...
Yeah,
okay,
by the way,
so-
I was another thing I want to point out. There are a couple of Trandoshan stat lines, including in one of the Clone Wars books. They're minimum rival, so I was like, I don't want to do it that bad.
Meh.
That's a little rough to have, like, even if there were only, like, 2 or 3. Even if there was only, like, the Nemesis and then, like, 3 or 4 of these guys, that would have been a little brutal.
I mean, hey, it was like a cool fight because it's like
Yeah, no, this worked out.
What are we gonna do with these bodies?
I could have totally rerolled that first check. If I did, I probably would have got a hit on him or something. But it doesn't matter.
I don't want to leave the bodies here. This is a nice and pure place.
Yeah.
You could tough them down a little. You could. Well, you're relatively dry. You've got some fire starters. If you don't
Burn
mind,
them.
you could funeral pyre. The tactical thing to do would be to find the nearest ledge and just
Toss them.
yeah, just huck them into the jungle and let nature take care of it.
Well, yeah, Trandoshans are hunters, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Let the...
What would be the role for like their like death tradition?
That'd be xenology if you want to remember cultural things about Trandoshans.
Well, unless someone else says, I say we just huck them in, like, I said, I don't remember, but, hunters, sometimes you're hunters, sometimes they're hunted, so fuck it, just let nature have them. Apparently they're the ones who are fucking up people's territory. Well, now they can pay back with their body.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
like
balance.
a bodyguard. Yeah,
But is anyone making that xenology check?
I'll give it a shot either. It's like what difficulty?
I'll try.
Alright, you want specific knowledge, but Trandoshans aren't that uncommon. I think I'll call it hard.
Okay,
Think I'll
Actually, no.
try.
If you want to just generally remember about Trandoshans, it can be average.
just use like slender.
Okay. Think I'll try just once. Is it just average or hard?
No, it's average. You got it.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
fair.
So, you remember the basic, with your success, Kavis, you remember the basics. They come from the planet Trandosha. A lot of them are hunters. They have a long-running rivalry with the Wookiees, who are in a... oh, that's right. They share the same system. That is still canon. So, Kashyyyk and Trandosha are in the same solar system. So they have a long-standing rivalry.
Okay.
And the thing mainly you remember about, other than the fact that they're usually like 2 meters and up in height at full grown, they have scaly skin, they can have a couple of different colors, is just they are known a bit for being bounty hunters, assassins, mercenaries, a lot. Because the Wookiees are big Republic members, they're not really super tight with y'all, but they are technically free range.
Super pays them all enough.
Yeah.
And, the big thing is that you remember with your triumph, that they worship a goddess called the Scorekeeper. And basically, according to Trandoshans, the Scorekeeper observes from beyond time and space, and basically the more kills they get, the more points they get from the Scorekeeper. But if you are captured or otherwise embarrass yourself in a hunt, you lose all your points. So, depending on how you go down, that isn't necessarily, they're not necessarily super caring about what happens when you die, depending on your point level.
It's a very like hardcore way to live. Like it's all about getting the kill.
Yep. But anyway,
Yeah.
I'll come over to the edge, boys.
Yes.
So obviously you can see why they would, even though it's dangerous, they would be so keen to fight a Jedi. Big points.
Big point.
Yes.
Greater the hunt.
They look at Aramaa, they don't see they don't see anything, they just see like a number. Ooh, big number.
In essence,
Point value just hangs over my head.
it's why like mercenary works easy for them because
So that's
they don't
500
value it.
points.
Yeah, they just keep track of their points.
So
That's also why they have such a thing with the Wookiees, because Wookiees are big, strong creatures from a big, scary planet. So Wookiees are worth a lot of points
Yeah.
for a capture or kill. But yeah, all right. So yeah,
All
you
right,
roll them
so
off an edge.
now I'm a little. I know I gave Tash my comic. Did she give me hers?
No.
No.
You didn't think to ask, and no, she did not.
No.
Good.
Okay.
Okay, that's a really weird. That's a cursed image. Thanks, Proto.
Nani?
Well, that's what it does.
Toast switch.
Okay.
It's a weird one.
It's done weirder.
So
Food. Well, shoot. Well, honestly, so
I mean,
they
we're at over
basically-
2.5 hours. This is basically just wrap up. I'm not gonna make you roll to climb back down.
No, I just
Yeah.
want to check up on Tosh. Real. Cool.
If you go back to the ruin level, she is not there anymore.
Mm.
There's no signs of like violence or gunfire or anything. She just
Probably
appears
screwed
to
off.
have skedaddled.
Probably when the transoceans came up. Destiny
So-
point. That doesn't do anything. I guess.
No, it's not. She's just, you left her back there.
Yeah.
And she's gone now.
guess
I
we
mean,
could
like,
end on,
again, role playing stuff. If you want to like say like you want to take a few and just like search out for her, it's fine.
Yeah. I'm a little concerned. We did leave her, and then all of a sudden these Trandoshans like killed. And I was like, gasp! They kill people.
Well, there's no body and there's no signs of violence or anything. So maybe she just left when she saw the Trandoshans come through. If she
Who
did, that's
knows?
kind of a
Yeah.
dick move because she didn't call you.
Yeah. Well, as I said, I got the feeling of she was not on the up and up. Anyway, so I'm not gonna look
Yeah.
too hard against her. I'm a little concerned here because we did find something pretty neat, and I don't want to just leave it here when there might be other people who might be going for it now.
I
Yeah.
don't think we have any sensors we could put down, but
Yeah.
I wonder.
Well,
if
I guess the best thing we could do is get down.
I
and
mean,
try and
pretty
get
high up. You can.
those guys.
Does Arc Armor have
did-
It's a built-in hardened comlink, right?
yeah, it's hard.
And it's got some pretty cool range. You could call back to base and see like, hey, we've got a pretty strategic find, and we've got hostiles in the area. Can you ship some
Yeah.
reinforcements over here? Because you packed for a couple days,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Hey, we'd like a
it's-
clone
you got
Uber,
a
please.
relatively sheltered location at the top. You could basically just camp out for a couple of days until like some reinforcements, like the science team and some load lifters, can get down here and like, you know.
Right.
Figure
Yeah.
out like a setup and maybe put some like platforms.
Yeah,
in.
well, as I said, I'm
'cause
just
the Swamp Dog specialty is force recon and wilderness environments, so they definitely have, if not some specialized equipment, they have some guys who are at the least experienced with mountaineering stuff.
So let's give him a call and see if we can get something done about this gardener's orb or something.
Yeah, I can't remember. Like issue like the call, maybe.
Yeah, okay,
Try to fill in,
that'll
like,
happen. They'll be like, okay, we can divert a couple units of mountain specialists,
and maybe like fill out a wanted report for like the guy.
Oh well,
And
yeah,
then-
If you want to be a briefing, like also we were engaged by Trandoshans. Keep an eye out for this guy. He calls himself this. He's got a
Looks like
cane
Mhm.
and he's very dapper.
Red.
He's just like right, dapper Trandoshan. Got it. And now there's a fluff piece in future episodes. As you're wandering through the city, you can see giant wanted posters or hollows for this guy. But yes, okay. So you guys can probably go ahead and recover probably a couple of wounds naturally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just in the like weight scale for a unit to arrive and deploy.
Yep.
So they get some science down here. They will investigate this closer, and kind of secure it. And eventually they'll probably figure out how to move it. But for now, they're probably just gonna like figure out some little camping stuff, get some guards, just kind of sit up here because it is pretty inaccessible up here.
Honestly, probably not a bad lookout point anyway.
Well, it did used to be an observatory.
Yeah.
Because we talked about landing, you could, as a future consideration, you could consider getting your resources over here to like reinforce this place and kind of rebuild the observatory. You could always demilitarize it after the war.
Yeah.
Stare into the middle distance.
Well, yeah, I'll
Or-
put that as a note. Potential lookout observatory point.
Like, don't like. I don't want to make it a pure lookout point. It's also like to be made into like a research station.
Well, yeah. Basically, you can
Yeah.
build a little command post base up here, and then again, that'll just be like the difference between a military lookout point and a scientific one is just whether or not
There's guns.
there's
on
a gun.
it. Yeah.
And
Makes
even
you
then,
zip line,
some
something like
science
glider.
guys might have a gun because there's like you totally skipped it, but you didn't go that route. But I did a special Alpha Night Sting,
Oh no!
which is like a regular Night Sting, but he's slightly more scary.
And there's only one of them.
It's like a dire wolf. It's like a wolf. A dire.
Yeah, here I can actually
Oh,
show you
probably in that
because
cave.
I don't know if I'm gonna reuse this. I don't know if I'm gonna reuse these stats or not, but this is what the Alpha Night Sting would have been. He's got Adversary 1 and Fearsome 2 now, as opposed to Fearsome 1, and
Oh, Jesus.
a special ability to give other Night Stings a bonus.
Why am I working trying to get the drop? Because that probably would have been extra helpful.
Right.
Oh, that's
Okay.
scary.
That's fun.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Set
adding
5.
boost die to other night stings. Oh no!
Yes, they have to be at short range, but yeah, they get a boost die on their combat checks as a pack.
Leader.
Huh.
Fucking
Alright.
4 brawn and 3 brawl. Oh no!
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
they're
hurt
normally. I think they're already like they might be already like 4, but they're like brawl 1 or 2.
Mm.
You can actually
Okay.
check because you've encountered this species before. But yes, it was supposed to be a little bit of a mini boss fight, but you guys were like, nah, fuck it, we'll climb a waterfall, and I'm like, okay then, this is perfectly fine.
I was also probably expecting a fight in the cave, but I was like, man.
No, I'm
just
smart. I warned you. I didn't want to be like, oh, we're having a fun cave adventure. Why is there fighting here? I'm like,
Well, to me, it's like I expected it'd probably be a fight, and it'd be like, oh, it'd probably be the only fight of this session, so why not? This was that I was thinking as the time we were making a
Ooh.
choice, so it's like,
no, there was always a good bossy bit. There's
I
actually
always-
I was expecting.
Right.
I
I
was
was
suspicion, but like I was wondering,
Yeah.
like he gave us the money and then we left, and then we had to choose to fight him or not because he was being shady.
no. The money was it might not have been a lie, but you didn't get your money.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just kind of almost like a Scooby Doo level tactic, or he's like, oh, we'll get these assholes to climb the mountain ahead of us, and
So
we'll
like
follow
make
them.
sure there's anything safe. Oh, okay.
Yeah, essentially
I was
they
expecting
use,
betrayal for the credits. I wasn't expecting.
They use
No,
us
those were
as-
these were the Trandoshan mercenaries you've been hearing about, and you expect to see some more of them with some larger boys. Redmus has a lot of boys, and they're very angry.
I
And
thought
they're
we had
back.
entire mercenary
And in
colony
greater
or something.
numbers.
All right, so I'm gonna put Rasmus in this boys hostile.
Yeah.
Again,
And
it's
then-
why.
Well,
he's now
we'll have that. He's a
leader.
nemesis. You got to fight him a couple of times.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put that
Also,
in
the
the.
beautiful thing about Trandoshans is they have a regeneration ability. So, even if you like cut off one of his arms, he could grow it back in like a month.
Oh my god, it's like it's
It's pretty funny.
it's like the orcs and what was it, the nemesis.
So you already know that he has Adversary 2 and he has the Hunter's Quarry ability. He also has Nobody's Fool 1 and Natural Hunter.
How do you spell his name again?
I'll post it. It's Rodmus with 3
Rod-
S's.
At least now he can't be in public places anymore. Realistically,
Well, certain
Or
You
places.
say that.
certain places.
Rasmus. And the boys.
Okay.
Trandoshan.
It could be a plot hook that a mercenary, like that a bounty hunter's coming up to hunt the bounty hunter.
Okay. Now XP then? Or we're still talking about the...
I think we're good.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything really to talk about other than that. I will mention a couple of things. So, you do eventually get back to double check on the story. So, the 4th rest area is called Lover's Leap.
Oh.
Because that is one of the urban legends. We'll remember that it's supposed to be the ghost of a woman who died up here.
Oh.
So like some
Okay.
people are like, oh, it's a goddess, and others like, no, it's just the ghost of a girl who climbed bravely, but then her lover didn't make it, so she jumped too, kind of thing. So that spot is called Lover's Leap, possibly referencing also that really cool segment in Skyrim, Bard's Leap, because that's a fun little thing you can do. But yeah,
Honestly,
Okay.
actually, if we're gonna wait for some people to get up here, we'll just save the guns and we'll just have other people take them back.
Yeah.
so any ones you don't want to keep for yourself, you can sell or give to people.
I will put them in the
we
list.
can make a shotgunner unit in the militia.
I do believe Boots wants to keep one, just in case.
Yep.
'cause
I
Boots
did
is
already add
clearly
one to
turning
my
into the
character
weapon
sheet.
specialist.
I'm the
It's
medic
just like-
weapon specialist. Don't worry,
I mean,
guys.
you're heavy
I mean,
support.
that is just being an assault from Battlefield. For some reason,
Yeah.
you are do special weapon attacks, but also you throw med kits.
Oh, okay. He's literally just he is an assault. I guess I'm
Yeah.
Oh, you were definitely sharpshooter.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
And then I guess.
And then
Marth
Aramaa and
medic.
Kavis are hero units.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so just
that was
let
the
you
one
guys.
thing. The other thing I wanted to mention is that the general observation when they start to look closer at the core, I get some divers in here, in the crown tree as it's called, is that so this seems to have some connection to some kind of planetary information network, but it's being suppressed or blocked, so they can't access other nodes. The only message they can get out of this is that seek ye the Black Rock Garden.
The what?
The Black Rock Garden. The Black Rock Garden.
Oh, I keep thinking
So
of Black
for-
Rock Quarry.
The
I'm just-
future plot book.
I'm just going to put down.
How much you want to?
I'm imaging the Black Rock Quarry from Control, but that's very different.
You should be imaging the Black Garden from Destiny.
Dude, I'm just writing this down
I
for
never played
voting.
that one.
Where the
I'm working
fuck did
on
I?
future plot hooks. Okay, so you only got two things you want to do. You can investigate the plantation, which will, by investigate, you probably mean get horrifically mobbed and attacked by death traps and stuff, because it is a cult. It's gonna be a cult
Yes.
house. And then there's investigate
Yes.
Muskel Corporation, which will actually probably be an investigation.
I'm up for spooky pharmaceutics for
I
a
finished.
spooky greenhouse.
I finished RE7
I'm-
yesterday, so like
I'm for
I'm up for
spooks.
some weird sludge monsters.
All right, so it sounds like we're going with investigate the plantation.
Cool.
I will keep that in mind for future,
Okay.
and I won't be in a rush if inspiration doesn't strike me, because we can always do something else on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Strike through, that's right, because that's what I do when I've already started working actually on the next batch of things, because I have some ideas. They're going to be fun.
Okay.
Looking
But I
forward
think I should
to it.
like try to skill up, or should I just try to get the drop? Honestly,
Like, I
Get
think
the
I've mentioned
review.
it before, but like in the Deadlands game I'm in, we basically had a session that was basically just us having an alien mode, where we're stuck in a weird facility and we're getting picked off. That was terrifying.
your campaign goes weird places. Isn't it meant to be like still Civil War age, or is it?
Oh, well, no,
that's-
we've jumped back and forth between Weird West and
Right.
Wasted West.
Oh, okay.
So, right.
Is the Wasted more of like it's just weird places everywhere, or what?
Oh no, it's like set in the future and everything's. It's
Okay.
basically.
Let's call that 20 XP base.
Okay.
Okay.
So, 3 legs and then the boss fight?
Yeah.
Okay.
I may have muttered it.
I'm going to say
I don't remember.
specific faith and friends.
Okay, well, so obviously, out of character, you were like, there was that whole "do you trust me" thing. I don't think that was necessarily an in-character moment, though.
I obviously did not help any clone troopers or my brothers, so I'll be sitting off to the sidelines.
Same
took
with
risks, but that was
Aramaa.
kinda whatever. But like I took the normal amount of risks I usually take for fighting anyway, so yeah.
Oh, let's see here.
Into like
Well, I think in character, I'm just thinking about this.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of seems like you guys were.
Well,
This was
in-
much more adventure-y, right? Like,
Well,
this
yeah.
was kind of like a broader.
Yeah.
Well, in character was just like helping each other out on certain things. And in character, I think, well, yeah, Kavis knew what happens when firing to melee.
Right, but that was not
Before.
a conversation where you guys did not phrase that as like Boots is literally asking Kavis, "Do you trust him not to shoot you into the back?" That was a like out of character. "Do you trust me not to blast you?"
Yeah.
Well, does it actually have to be like, oh, he has to ask before that?
Well, yeah, no, it has to be an actual discussion. Otherwise, that's not a risk you took as per your motivation. That's just that you guys were like, whatever. It's 20 XP. I think it's fine.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
I couldn't get mine.
Yes.
Like there's nothing I
I'm up
really
to
could have done.
35
either.
now.
It's a lot of XPs. You should probably spend some of it.
I think I
Ah,
actually can get the drop actually.
Well,
Yeah, I can get the drop. And I have a little left, so.
But, alright. So I think I will wind this recording down. I have
And
posted
no
the
DVR.
audio for the previous one, but I've not gotten there.
Anyone?
Good?
I was gonna ask, like, anyone got any good name ideas for this one, or shall we?
Well,
think
yeah,
about
I was going to
after
ask that next. I was going to say, do we want to go with, The Hills Are Alive, or we did something else spring forward?
A mountain high enough.
That's last session.
Oh,
Oh, that's
really?
what-
Oh, damn it!
Yeah.
Literally, that's last session. That's probably why you have it stuck in your head, because Lucky and I talked about it like 3 days ago.
I was like, no, this one. And I was like, yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, you wanted more Marvin Gaye.
I do want more Marvin Gaye.
And though I'm just going to point out that faith is about supporting, not so much about trust.
Yeah, true.
I can drive the mission, so it doesn't matter, because like our mission was already completed, so like...
Because it pretty much
What was
says
the first?
trust in his close friends and family, but it knows unlike those and that, he will always support and support them in turn. That's pretty much what the
Anyway, titles.
Let's see here.
Considering
So
how
my
like
suggestion
well we
was,
did
like I
with
said, like, last week was like Hills Are Alive, because like it's kind of a pun.
yeah, we did find like part of the gardener stuff in here, so like we could say the hills are a lot.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Okay, so if you watch this on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and all that. And, yeah, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Good
Bye.
one.